apologies to everybody for that. I've been having some internet issues and just needed to restart everything. So hopefully we are now back and up and running. And hopefully that doesn't happen again. So am I stuttering? Am I good? You can see me? We're all right?
I'm good. Yep.
I'm not
Every beautiful
stuttering.
strand of hair. Nope,
Every
you're good.
beautiful strand. All right. Thanks so much.
Awesome.
All right, thank you for bearing with us. We apologize for this this craziness and this delay, but we are now ready to bring in our next two competitors. So we now have Frankie and Cody coming up.
Hello.
Our next you and Frankie.
What up, man? How's it going?
Nice
Hey,
seeing
big
you.
guy. Been a while.
What's up,
How are
Jeremy? How you
you?
doing?
Oh
Good to
my
see you.
goodness.
Sorry for the delay, but we appreciate your patience.
Appreciate
All
your
good,
patience
man.
a lot,
That's what
man.
I was telling them. Like, that's one of the things about Zoom shows. Like, technical difficulties is out of everyone's hands, you know?
Yeah, no
Exactly,
worries.
yeah.
No worries.
So thank you for being with us. I don't know exactly what happened on the internet right now. It just died. But now we have Hitham as well. So how are you doing? Is it Hitham? Hitham? How do I say your name?
Hey, Hitham.
Hitham.
Hi.
Welcome
Nice
to
to
the
meet you.
competition.
How are you?
Nice to meet you too. How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
Doing good.
Doing well.
Good.
Alrighty.
Back
so
online. Doing
yeah,
great.
back online, so everything's good. So Frankie, you are up first. Let us know if you are feeling good, if you're feeling ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All ready? All right. So your timer starts now.
All right, so I know you guys are expecting some magic, but first, I'm going to grab one thing that falls to the floor, because that's the best thing is to have something fall to the floor as you're starting. It actually says story time. I don't know if you guys can see this. So we're actually going to be telling you guys a little bit of a story. It's a true story, and I actually have proof. This morning, I went to Target, and I bought that little plant thing. I don't know if you can see it, so I'm going to bring it here. And I also bought a couple of other things. And I have some proof right here. Now, in this picture frame, there's a receipt. Now, I went to Target for one thing specifically, but you can't go and get one thing, right? It's Target, so you got to get other things. So the one thing specifically that I went for has an underline under it, and it's pointed to it. So Blaze, this is for you. I want you to think of any item you would find at Target. Now, this could be a deck of playing cards. This could be an adhesive for magicians. It could be a bath sink. It could be anything you want. Think of it, and then it's going to be the one underlined, the first one here. What is the item that you're thinking of? Say it out loud so that everybody can see.
Blanket.
A blanket.
Yes.
And you could have thought of anything. Do you want to change your mind before I show you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, blanket. Look, the first thing that is underlined is Axe body spray. Can you see that? which is close to what you said, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Kinda?
close. Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna freak you out. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I placed a little dollar bill behind here. And even though you literally could have thought of anything, you thought of a blanket. I knew that I was gonna be off because I was actually only off by one. Because I actually found Axe body spray in aisle 22. This actually was next to a blanket, so technically it was in the next aisle over. So you're only off by one aisle. So if you think about it, I think that's like a perfect match, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
So okay, you guys aren't buying this at all. Okay, fine. I'll tell you what I actually went there for. First item is Axe body spray. The second thing is the picture frame. That's this. And the third thing, that's the plant thing. We're going to call it a plant thing. So we're going to have three different cards selected in three different ways. Jeremy, you're going to help me out. We need to find the Axe body spray. That's the thing that I went for. That's going to go right here. So as I'm running through the aisles of Target, stop me when you think I've gotten to Axe body spray. Ready?
Stop.
So, my bad. I ran through all the cards. My bad.
Stop.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is the card that you think is Axe body spray. I'm going to place it right here. Notice I'm holding a separation where you got it, though. I'm not doing that to hide that. I'm doing this on purpose because you've also stopped on all of these. We'll get back to these in just a second. I'm going to move this out of the way. So this time, Mike, you're going to help me out. I did get Axe body spray. That was the first thing, but I also got a picture frame. So what happened was I was walking through the aisles, and all of a sudden I just said picture frame. So I just thought it in my head, 2 exclamations. So you got to think that. So as I'm shuffling, you're going to say picture frame, and then I'll stop shuffling.
Okay. Picture frame.
Now, if I place this on top or bottom, changes the outcome. So where do I place it?
Let's do bottom.
Okay, I placed it on bottom. And do I take the top or bottom card and place it here? That'll be the picture frame.
Let's do the top card and place it there.
The top card, very slowly, I will place it here. I have about 15 cards here. I'll give you one chance to change it for any of these. I'll even keep them spread like this. You can name a number, or you can switch it for any one of these cards. Totally up to you. I have like 15 cards here.
No, I'm good with that one.
Okay, and would you just agree that all of the cards, I don't know, can you guys see that? They are in fact different. You could have had any one of these cards, yes?
Yeah.
Now we need one more. Blaze, I found the picture thing. So what you're going to do is I'm going to spread these face up, and you're going to say whatever card you think is the picture frame. Say the 9 of clubs is the picture frame, or whatever card you see. And I'm going to up jog it. So name one that you see.
All right, Queen of Spades.
Queen of Spades. You have until I remove it to change your mind. Ready?
I'm good.
5. Okay. That was very distinct, like 90 degrees. I'm going to move this just out of the way. I'm going to spread these all out. You can see that you genuinely could have thought of any of these, but you thought that this right here was the plant thing. My bad. This was supposed to be the plant thing. This is supposed to be the picture frame, and this is going to be Axe body spray. Now, just to be very clear, you could have all chosen anything, but I'm really glad that you stopped here because you stopped exactly on that first item. That first item is Axe body spray, so nicely done on that one. And then this one, even though you genuinely could have had any of these cards, I knew that you would help me find that picture frame because you knew that this was the picture frame. So thank you for going for the top card and not the bottom card. And then even though you could have thought of literally any of these cards or literally any of these cards, Blaze, I knew you would stop here because on the back it says this is the plant thing Blaze will pick.
Nice.
And that is a perfect match to match my story to target. My name is Frankie Fody, and thank you all so much for watching.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Frankie.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, let's
Awesome,
jump in the judges' room. Let's have a little chat.
Yes, let.
All right. Well, that was definitely very unique.
That was a lot of fun to just
That was-
experience.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, creativity, originality. It's gonna be up there.
Yeah,
It's gonna be up there.
that's the thing though.
Uh,
It's like he is he does this. Like he's played the castle. He has definitely.
I
So
can tell.
part of me
yeah.
wants to like judge him a bit harder because I know like where he's from, but I can't
Well,
do that. I gotta get
I mean,
it just on the.
if you are
performance.
looking
Like,
for a thing that we could judge him a little harshly on, he went almost a minute overtime, and there is in the rules supposed to be a deduction of a point from each of the judges for going overtime. Now, he did have audience interaction, so it's up to us if we choose that the reason he went overtime was because of us or because of him. If the reason was because of us, then we're not supposed to give him the penalty. But if the reason was because of him, then I will say that right at the moment that he went overtime, it was when he was revealing the Axe body spray card. And then he went
so
to
he
the
was
others.
to the end.
Yes, it
was
was
close.
to the
Very close.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
an
that's a tough one.
extra little monkey to throw in this is
Okay.
yes, there was
Okay.
we technically, there is the point deduction for going overtime. Whether he gets the point deduction because it was our fault or his fault, that's a different question.
Well, how do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like that was due to like a lack of audience control, or he tried to play it too long when we picked the cards? Because he did have that entire first part where we talked about a blanket, and then
there was
that had
no reveal. Yeah, and the thing is
there was
that
no reveal.
I think that our interaction, it wasn't like, for example, yesterday, Ben went a bit over, but he was doing an Out of This World, and that's a lot of us going red,
That's a lot
black,
of- yeah,
red,
back
black.
and
Like,
forth.
that's a lot of
Yeah.
us. That's the reason of
Right.
going overtime. This was an instance of, like, you had a whole 2.5 to 3 minutes of nothing, man. And I appreciate the comedy. It's gonna add to your entertainment and level and personality score.
Oh, definitely.
However,
Yeah.
it also does lead to a penalty. So
Okay, all right. So this will be like, it's a strategic. We might even call it a strategic penalty. Build
yeah,
up on absolutely all fronts so that you only lose.
that was his Hail
point.
Mary pass. Was
So
bet
we're
it
just
all on this
deducting
off
one
by
point
one.
from one category, right?
We just deduct 1 point from all 3 of our final scores. So then he will end up with 1
Okay, I
point less
see.
than he would have gotten.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I've got my numbers. I think.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
So on creativity and originality, that was all him. That was there was nothing about that didn't have his signature on it. So I'm going to give him a 10.
10.
And then in terms of entertainment, the fact that there was no reveal on the blanket, I actually thought that was going to be the kicker ending.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
same.
The fact that he sort of swapped the pattern, so like both of you were picking the plant thing, even though the frame thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that got a bit confusing, and he fixed it. So I think I'm going to give that one still a 9. Still a 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then personality, he's all personality. That's the other thing. Is like I've watched him perform before, so it's hard to be like totally objective about this. So I'm gonna, I think that one's tough. I think I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10.
So very high score. So his total for you is 28, but because of the penalty, he gets a 27. All right.
That sounds about right.
All right.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to go, Mike, or do you want to go?
You could go. Sure.
Alrighty. So for creativity, originality, I'm gonna give that a 10. Or actually, no, because I'm gonna go with a 9, only because of the fact that he has all of these props, and then the props end up not being very important, except for the fact that those. I mean, like for example, it makes sense the body spray because that was on the receipt, and it makes sense the picture frame and all that stuff, and the plant thing that he introduced at the beginning. But the whole thing with the money ended up being entirely unnecessary, and then it just became a card trick, So I feel like because it ended up just becoming a card trick at the end, I'm gonna just dock 1 point from the creativity, originality. I think entertainment level, because of the subliminal unrest that I felt of like, what's happening with my blankie, man? I'm gonna go with it. And then personality, I'm gonna go with a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good score. I wouldn't have been too difficult to throw in like an envelope switch or something with blanket reveal in there, and kind of throw in like a quick little mentalism effect. Went like a long way, I think. But I mean, I'm not going to dwell over Blaze's blankie too much. But I think I have my scores. I'm going to do a 9 in creativity, originality. I'm going to do a 10 in entertainment, and then also another 10 for his personality.
Okay.
Very high scores. Very
Yeah,
high
I did very, very much enjoy.
Wow, you gave him a 29. I think that's the highest score anybody's ever gotten from a judge. But it's a 28 because your boy got penalized. So, so his average score ends up being very high. It ends up being an average of 27 if we factor in the penalties. His average would have been 28 if he didn't get the penalties, which would have been the highest score anyone's ever gotten in the competition so far. But he's got a 27, which I believe ties him with Eric Stevens from yesterday. So
wow,
very, very good performance. And let's break it down.
Yeah, let's go.
Frankie.
What up?
Frankie. Great job, man.
Hello.
Hey.
Really
How's it going?
entertaining performance.
Can you hear it?
You can hear it.
Dude, I had the idea. I knew I was going to do this trick. And then at 5 a.m., I couldn't sleep. and then I was just like, this whole target thing kind of like came together, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, man.
You did. You played that one very, very well, and I think that you, like, when you watch if you go back and watch the commentary, like I said, there was nothing about that routine that didn't have your name all over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you,
Like
man.
that
I
was
appreciate
very,
it.
Super
very much
unique to
like,
you.
yeah, I've seen you perform. I know sort of your personality, but I could have guessed your personality based on your performance, which was really cool.
Thank you, man. That means a lot.
Yeah.
A quick
Yeah, it
pause.
was-
Thank you so much, DJ Mike, for the raid with 68 viewers. Really appreciate you bringing those 68 people over to watch the
Oh
tournament.
wow!
Yeah. So
Thank you,
so
thank you.
much.
Hello, everyone just tuning in.
Thank you, all the new people. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Mike? Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I was so into it from the beginning it started to the second it ended. It was just like 10 out of 10, like entertainment wise, and I think from all the judges, that's what we talked about most, was just your personality, and the way that you delivered your presentation to us was just phenomenally done. But yeah, so that's my input there.
So
Thank you.
You got one of the highest scores that we've ever awarded in the competition. Unfortunately, you did go quite over 5 minutes. It was about a minute over. So we had to penalize 1 point. You would have had 28, which would have been the highest score, 28 out of 30, which is killer, and the highest score anyone would have gotten. But you ended up getting 27, which is still one of the highest scores in the competition. So congratulations, man.
Cool.
So we're gonna
Greatly appreciated all of you. Thank you so much.
we
Yeah,
only
great
wish
work.
that you got back to the blankie at some point.
Yeah, that was honestly. It was like,
Okay, so
Whatever
the
the
whole
movie.
story time thing, like I was gonna have like something with these, and then there was gonna be another thing, but just it didn't happen. But next round, hopefully.
Gotcha. So
Cool, cool.
we're gonna jump over to the 1v1 Magic channel, or I guess, well, considering everybody's in here now, I don't know how Hitham got in here, but Hitham, let's let's see your act, man. We'll do it inside the judges' room instead.
Okay, I can start?
Yeah. Are you feeling ready?
Yeah, one sec. Yeah, can you see me well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can see you.
Alright, let's start.
All right, your time starts now.
Alright, please, do you have a deck of cards with you?
I do. I hope
Yeah.
I got all of
Can you
them.
take it out, please?
Mhm.
Alright, and you have a table in front of you, so you can deal out cards?
I do.
Alright, that's good.
All right.
Alright, I need you to go ahead and give the cards a mix and spoil that stack of yours.
Everyone knows.
Very
And-
personalized. The second time I've gotten called out for stack. Yeah,
And you can stop when you want to, when you're fine.
they're mixed. My stack's gone.
Alright, and could you take cards one by one and actually show me the cards like this up front in the camera? Alright, keep showing me. Alright. You know what? That's fine, you can swear up the cards.
Okay.
And I can't actually see the cards, so is it fine if I use my deck instead? That's cool.
Sure.
Alright, what I want you to do is keep dealing out cards on your table like this, one by one.
Okay. So just start dealing.
Yeah, did you start doing that?
Mm-hmm.
All
Can
right.
you see?
And you can stop when you want to, and you can give the cards a shuffle in your left hand, the cards that you have.
So just keep dealing and stop whenever I want.
Yeah, and give
Okay.
the cards a shuffle, the cards in your hand. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and when you're fine, you can deal out packets of cards like this till you're done.
All right.
All right, and now if you can square up all the cards and take them in your left hand,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like you to fan the cards out like this, and take a few cards from the middle and put them on the top.
Okay.
All right, close your fan, and maybe take about 3 cards from the bottom and put it on top.
Okay.
All right. Open up your fan again and take like a 3, 4, or 5. How many ever cards you want from the middle and put them in the bottom.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
All right. And you can go ahead and place the deck in front of you. It's fine. We'll use it later.
All right.
All right. Next, what I want you to do is I need you to select a card. All right, Blaze?
All right.
I'll show you a bunch of cards, and you just have to look at one of them, all right?
All right.
Okay. You have a card?
Yes, I have a card.
All right. And, okay. And give the card your card. Shuffle. And this was in your card, right? The Queen of Spades? This was in your card?
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
All right. Was your card a red or a black card?
It was a red card.
Red card, all right. Was it a low value card or was it a high value card?
It was a high red card.
High red card, all right. And, all right. I'm going to get all the high red value cards. Come up to the deck. And what was the name of your card?
It was the Queen of Diamonds, I think.
Queen of Diamonds, okay. Let's see what card I have here. Oh, it is the Queen of Diamonds.
Nice.
And I would like you to turn over the first card you have on top of your deck.
Right over here.
Yeah,
So, everybody, we got the Queen.
that should be the Queen of Diamonds.
Very
Nice.
good.
Nice, man.
Yeah? Alright.
Very
Wait, I got
Oh.
one more thing to show you.
Oh,
Yeah. And if I
45
take your card, the
seconds.
Queen of Diamonds,
Mhm.
and alright. And if I take a few other cards, and if I give the cards a shuffle, if I give the cards a good shuffle, and if I start to wheel them down on the table, all the cards should disappear except for your card, the Queen of Diamonds.
oof! What a closer! Nice.
Good.
Very
Good
good.
Thank you so
Very
much.
good.
Very
Great
good.
Great
job.
work.
All right, so I guess we're gonna jump into the 1v1 magic room
1v1
now. and
magic?
We'll do our quick.
Yeah.
All right,
He's gone backwards.
we've gone backwards. No, the system's broken.
Oh my gosh, what a performance. Let's get Jeremy in here.
Yep, he's in.
Here we go.
All right.
All right.
Wow,
Mm,
wow, that was really good.
that was really good. Yeah, and he did a great trick for virtual, for adapting to a virtual setting, going like, this is a thing I'm going to have to do through a screen. Let me make it as interactive as possible.
That's
Yeah.
fun. And I feel like they both kind of had that going for them. So they're like, even though the routines were completely different, they both had that whole virtual strength going for them. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he only had 45 seconds left and still nailed his ender.
yeah, right. It was like,
Yeah.
I came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and he made the mnemonic joke, which was great.
Yes.
I just loved
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
that got like a little internal chuckle from me.
Yeah, because
Same.
he knew it would pain me to shuffle my
He
stack.
knew, he knew exactly. We all saw the pain.
We
Yeah,
all
like,
saw
yeah.
the pain.
Whenever anyone calls
felt
out
it.
Blaze for, a stack deck, they get added 1 point there.
Added
for me.
1 point
Yeah,
for
yeah.
personality.
Why are they suddenly bad?
Maybe a -1 from me. I'm just kidding.
It all comes out in the wash. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's 3 of us. We upvote you.
Three of us. Yeah. Wow. I
Um,
just got outnumbered.
Oh man.
Man.
Okay, well,
So-
yeah, let's just talk about creativity, originality first. What are your guys' thoughts on that portion of his performance?
Hmm.
I would say that though yes, I believe it was very original to him. The concept itself, I've seen done before.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I've seen it done probably like in a more polished fashion.
Mhm. True.
So though again, I do think that was something like he probably sat down, like worked that out, like the method and whatever it was, it seemed very, very much his style and everything. So it was kind of consistent all the way through. I have seen it elsewhere. done, and I've seen it done using a similar method with more polish. So I think
Very
from
true.
that standpoint, I've seen both of those elements, both the beginning trick and then the last one where he's laser dealing.
Mhm.
I thought that was a great thing. I thought that was a nice bit of whipped
That
cream on that pudding.
was
But
a very
Yeah.
nice way to end it. Yeah.
Nice cherry on top.
yeah. So yeah, I think I'll probably give him an 8 for creativity and originality. Like I said, I feel like it had a lot of him in it, but it's not something that I've never seen before. And then
Yeah.
entertainment, I think I was rooting for him. Like the way that it was going, he had me rooting for him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With, you know, like we said, like Zoom shows, it's sometimes hard to like get you to like give a damn.
Mhm.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so the fact that he had me doing that, I think, is going to give him an 8 in my mind for entertainment.
Mhm.
Personality, I would say also an 8. I think,
Yeah.
you know, he had strong personality in terms of like he didn't shy away from, like he didn't hide behind the cards or anything like that.
Mhm.
Like the cards seemed more like an extension of him, but it was more him than anything else. So
Yeah.
8's all across for me.
Okay. Okay.
Very good score.
Yeah, it's still a great score.
I thought for creativity, originality, I thought it was a really good way that he wrapped things up and did the laser dealing and added in a visual moment into something that is normally just a like you do it on your end kind of trick. So I really liked that. So I would go with an 8 for the creativity, originality. For entertainment level, I also really enjoyed it. I think that I would give an 8 or 7. Yeah, an 8 for entertainment level, but I'm going to give a 7 for personality. I feel like I didn't necessarily see much of his personality in the routine, especially, and although we're judging them independently, if we were to think comparatively to Frankie's act, that was something where we definitely were able to see a lot more personality of
Right,
him.
yeah.
You know, I feel like I don't necessarily know Hitham as well after this routine. Maybe because I also know Frankie, but if we're judging based on just the routine,
Right.
I think that I'm not able to really know what his personality is like as much. So, what were you thinking, Mike?
Yeah. Honestly, it's a little backwards for me. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like entertainment wise was probably the highest scoring category for me. And personality wise, I think, you know, he did start off throwing in the joke about Stack and Anya and stuff like that. So also, you know, Spidey brought up an interesting point yesterday, and like maybe English isn't his native language, so he doesn't have the type of like ways that he would perform it like in his
Yeah,
native
like the
language.
breadth of expression and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah. So
Okay.
maybe that might hinder a little bit of the personality coming through. So I think that for my scores, I'm gonna do it 8, 9, 9.
8 for creativity, originality, 8 for entertainment level, and 9 for personality.
Yeah.
Totally.
And at the end of the day, it was still just a well executed performance. So I enjoyed it a lot.
So we'll bring them back in here, and we will get them in the right channel now. Hey guys,
Hola.
great job,
Hello.
both of you.
Okay.
Yes, amazing performances from the both.
Both very entertaining acts. So, Hitham, your score ended up coming out to a 24 average, which is a very good score. And we all thought that your entertainment level was super solid. It was a really good routine. We loved that you incorporated the visual moments right at the very end as an extra kicker. All very good. We did give Frankie earlier a score of 27. We felt like his showed a bit more of his personality. But overall, very good job to both of you. But Frankie, you are moving on to the next round. Thank you guys both for being a part of this.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for
Amazing.
having me, everyone.
Great laser deal, by the way.
Great laser deal.
Yeah.
Flawless, man.
Thank you so much.
I can't even
Thank
do
you.
it.
Alrighty, we're gonna
Awesome,
drag you back to the
awesome.
waiting room if you guys want to hang out
All right.
or jam or whatever, and we're gonna bring in the next competitors.
So real quick, let me just check something before we move on. I don't know if you saw a message from Giselle.
Yes. Yes. I heard that Jeff had the exact same issue that I just had, and his internet is now out. Spectrum's having an outage. So he now is doing this from a mobile hotspot on his phone. So we'll see how his quality goes.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
What is going on with our internets today? I'm gonna bring in the two competitors. Bring in Jeff. All right, how you guys doing?
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Can you hear us?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right. Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. Well, welcome in. Welcome in.
We are super excited to see your magic, Jeff. Jeff's on. I'm gonna bring him.
Oh wait,
back.
he went back into the waiting room.
Jeff.
Oh, so close.
Hello. His internet is bugging. All right. Well, luckily, Casey's up first in this competition, Mr. Featherly. I'm gonna try Jeff one more time. We'll bring him in. Jeff, can you hear us? Jeff is in an internet outage and a hurricane right now. Jeff, how's it going?
Oh my gosh.
Wow, okay, that's the most stately frozen screen I've ever
This
seen.
is the best
I'm gonna point
freeze
that
frame I've ever seen.
That is probably the most elegant freeze frame I've seen. There he
Was
is.
he not
Oh, there
even
he is.
frozen? Was he just chilling?
That's
Jeff.
just the way he looks all the time.
Jeff, can you see us? Give us a thumbs up if you can see us.
Nothing.
Jeff, can you wave at us?
No.
Uh-oh.
Jeff. Oh no. Jeff.
So close, so close.
So close. I know.
Jeff,
It's so
You
close.
can do it.
Oh, he's there.
Jeff. Come on, man. Can you hear us? Let's all try turning our cameras off, just because it'll be less bandwidth that he needs to load on his phone, and hopefully that. Jeff, let us know if you can hear us. Can you wave at us? Oh
Oh,
no,
Oh,
Jeff. No.
Jeff.
No.
All right. Well, Featherly is up first, so we don't want to bump your performance spot. So Featherly, Jeff is having some tech issues because Spectrum, his whole internet's out. But Featherly, you're going up first anyways. How are you feeling, man?
Yeah.
good. All right.
Doing well. Alrighty. So I've now pinned you. So let us know. Just give us a thumbs up if you're ready to perform. Perfect. Your time starts now.
Sounds good here. So I'm going to use a deck of cards here to tell you a little bit about myself. But it's important for the story that you know me. A lot of people know me as Featherly, but because it's a card trick, I need you to associate me with a card. So I'm going to go like this, and I want you to just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right here?
Yep.
So this card here. It really doesn't make a difference which card you associate me with, but I'm not going to look at it. So I'm going to turn my body. Is that in frame?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So you're going to associate me with that card. Now, it was early December here. Somebody sent me an invite to the Discord, which I was never very active in the Magic community until then. And then as I joined it, I found a lot of people that were extremely talented, all of which had no idea who I was. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through these cards here. Again, these are the talented people in the Discord. And as I go through, I want you to watch for me. So I'm going to go through here. So, we got Cameron, we got Blaze, Jeremy, Renee, Stefan, I think he's up next. But did you see me?
Did not see you.
No?
I don't think so.
Like I said, that's because nobody knew who I was. I just blended in with the crowd, right? Now, I'd give you the cards if you were here, but you're not, so I'll shuffle these for you. Now, I really wanted to get to know these guys. I mean, they're talented. I'd like to learn from them. So I started hanging out with them in the Discord, right? Some people I spent more time with than others. And eventually, a handful of people got to know who I was. Now again, I'll show you this. I'm going to turn away. Hopefully that's
Yeah.
the same card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So eventually, some people got to know who I was. They got to know how I think about magic, the way I handle cards, and my style overall. And I think over time, I got to know myself a little bit better, even. Like right now, I'm pretty sure if I were a card, I'd be in this pile. Now, what I'm going to do again, I just want you to confirm for me as I go through here that you can actually see me. Did you see me in here?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, what I'm going to do here, even though a lot of people are starting to kind of get to know me, there's still a ton of people that I just blend in for. They haven't heard of me. They haven't seen my stuff. And that, that's part of the reason that I joined this tournament. I don't want to just blend in. So I'm trying to shake stuff up a little bit because I'd like to stick out. I'd like people to actually know who I am. Hopefully that's it. 7, that's a good number. Not just the people that I've gotten to know, or I should say that have gotten to know me, but the ones that haven't gotten to know me yet. Because I think if we work together and combine our ideas, we can create some really strong magic, right? But now, I will say this is a tournament, and what a lot of people don't know about me is I'm fairly competitive, so I do intend to come out on top.
Nice.
And that's it, guys.
Wow.
Dude, very
Great
good
performance.
routine.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Job. All right, let's take a jump down into the judges' room. Let's talk about this.
All right.
That was pretty beastly.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was
Wow.
good. That was, yeah.
I really love the story and the narrative of that.
Mhm.
It was just how he kind of made everything mesh together. I thought he did that very well. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah. And the fact that it's like there's nothing. I'm trying to figure out how to say this so it doesn't sound demeaning because it's not meant to be. There was nothing flashy about it. It was just like the cards were just moving smoothly. They were incidental to the story, and that's a really hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
To have what you're doing not take attention away from what you're saying, because the thing you're saying is more important.
Yeah.
But what you're doing only emphasizes it. I think he did that really well. So far, he's been the best person that I've seen to do that. And it may just be because he was so sleight heavy.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, is that it was a very sleight heavy routine. So I feel like
Yeah.
that maybe I'm judging it based off of that, the fact that it was so slight heavy and yet the
slight
sleights
heavy,
didn't-
but also done flawlessly. It was really, really.
Yeah. And that's the
with
thing.
a
Like it
very
didn't.
feathery touch. if I do
Yeah. Right.
And then even though it was so
smirk
slight-
on you right now. The smirk on you. Now, just
even
The
though
smirk-
it was so
it was a
slight
very
heavy, still
it
felt
was a
that
very
second.
undeserved smirk for how bad that joke was. But we'll continue.
That was a dad pun. You leave those to me over here, big guy.
Sorry, big guy.
Yeah, no, I think in terms of creativity and originality, though I have seen, plenty of routines that sort of emulate that sort of handling. I think the story itself is what makes it a 10
Yeah.
in my mind. Entertainment level, I think because of the pace, that was probably the only part for me, was each time he showed the card, I feel like maybe it was just a second too long, maybe even half a second too long. So it felt like it did this instead of because I've seen that guy handle cards before, and everything that I've seen him do does this. And I think that was the only thing for me, was that every once in a while there was a bit. Yeah. So for that one, I'd say I'd still give it like a 9. I don't think that he should lose too many points because there was a stutter. Personality-wise, I think the story sort of spoke for his personality. And he seems sort of like again, I don't know him that well. So I know him by virtue of the work. And I think the fact that he did this story so well, I bounce between a 9 and a 10. So I think I'm gonna give it a 9, mostly because I got to know him by virtue of the words he was saying, but not necessarily how he was saying them.
Mhm.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah.
it was still incredibly strong. Like that style of personality or that style of routine, you can't do that without like taking a piece of yourself and putting yourself in it. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, Mike?
Yeah, I agree with what Jeremy said about, I think his personality came out through his story. Yeah, so I think my highest category for him, starting with the first one, creativity, originality, that's going to be a 10 for me.
Wow.
I thought that was just really well. And I mean, I know we're not grading or anything based off technicalities and slights and stuff like that, but I mean, I will put a side note on that was well executed as well.
Mhm.
And then for entertainment and personality, those are both going to be 9s.
Entertainment and personality, both 9s. Nice. For the creativity, originality, I thought very high points for the story. Some of the magic I'd say was I mean it's magic that in certain instances for some parts of it were things that we've seen a million times, but then never with that kind of story and presentation. So it was really original the way that he presented it. I would go with a 9 for the creativity, originality. For entertainment level, I agree with what you were saying about how things were broken up. I would go with a 9 for entertainment level, and for personality, I would go with an 8.
Okay.
So that gives him a 27 point, very high score, the highest score of today so far, I believe. Yes. All right.
Highest overall, isn't it?
He tied for the highest score overall. Highest score yesterday was a 27.3. Yeah.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, let's bring
Yeah.
him in. So,
Off to the races then. Okay.
all righty. How you doing, man?
Good.
You did really well. That was a really great routine, and we really appreciate that you personalized it about the whole Discord and everything. So thank you for giving that.
Yeah,
a
it was
shout-out.
great.
So
And it was you executed it. Like speaking as like a card guy. I don't know if you know this about me, bro, but I'm sort of into cards. Like that was
Right.
you did that really well. You did that. That was very well executed. Not that that's like the major factor of it, but it was really fun to see that. I think that was the main thing for me was that it was well executed in the sense that it didn't distract from the routine. You didn't look like you were showing off. You looked like you were telling a story and your hands were taking part in it. So
yeah,
from
it
that
was
aspect,
a
I really
thing of
appreciate
any difficult slights or whatever. It didn't feel as though you were giving any attention to them. It seemed like your focus was on the story and that your hands were just kind of effortlessly just gliding through it. So really,
Yeah, and I love magic too, that it's like a strong story, a strong narrative, and then the magic is almost like a secondary bonus that just takes it to the next level. And I think like I was a little worried about like not being able to see your personality right when you began, but through the story and the narrative, how you mentioned how you like you feel like you blend in with all the other cards and all the other people and stuff like that. I was like, oh, now we're seeing a little bit more of your personality now in the presentation. So yeah. Amazing
So
job.
You
Amazing
got
job.
the highest score of the
Thank
day, 27.3, actually tied for the highest score in the entire competition. So you said you're in it to win it, and that's a really great way to kick it off.
Yeah, it was good. That's a great way to finish a routine if you're gonna have a score like that. Not just saying it all.
So we're
Yeah,
gonna
true.
jump back into the other room with Jeff. I'll bring Featherly along with us so we can all watch. And
All right.
jump in.
Hopefully.
Jeff,
Yo,
he can hear us.
I can. Yeah, as long as there's not too many videos up at once, I think we can do
Oh,
this.
yeah.
All right.
Let me
So
turn
you
off my
got it.
video.
Yes, you're actually silky smooth right now. So I'm
Oh,
going
beautiful.
to before it gets any less silky smooth, I am going to oof. Style
Oh
points
my
already. All right. Jeff, you are Mr. Big Screen.
We
And
going for it? We're doing it?
Let me know. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. Your timer. Let's wait until you stop lagging. Your timer starts now.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for this awesome event and for having me today. I'm excited to be here. I actually brought something kind of weird. I brought the wrong deck of cards, you could say. I brought a blank one. So I hope that'll be okay. I'm going to try to make it work. I'm going to try to do magic with a blank deck. So I need someone's help, though. Can somebody just think of a card? Don't even say it. Just think of it. One of the 52 cards in the pack. Anyone got one already? Maybe I know Jeremy and Blaze off the top of my head.
Yeah,
just
I
know their
got one.
names, so.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard Blaze say something first. So how about Blaze? I'm gonna reach into your mind, okay, through the camera, even without seeing your face. I think that I got one right here. And I'm gonna go with my instincts. I believe, Blaze, that this is the card that you're merely thinking of. So for the first time, what was the card you just thought of?
The 2 of spades.
I didn't actually think this would work on camera. This is crazy. That's exactly the card I was hoping you would say. Did you actually think that this is the 2 of spades in my pocket?
Yeah, I was hoping.
Okay, because it really is. I don't want to brag, but I got lucky for once, and it really is the blank 2 of spades. Thank you very much. And if it was printed, though, that would have been your card, I promise you. But I'm working with a blank deck. I mean, it's the best I can do. But hey, I have an idea. Blaze, you do magic, right?
Yeah, on occasion.
So why don't we use your magic for this? Can you just tell me what magic word you want to use?
We'll go with Jeff Black.
Jeff, ooh, I love that. Or Jeff Black Magic on Instagram and Twitch. But here, we'll just use one hand in your magic word. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. One hand. Can you see that?
Yep.
You see the card? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Jeff Black Magic. And it magically transformed right into the Queen of Hearts. Now, I know that wasn't your card, but it was pretty good for one hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, you did a lot more than just that, Blaze, with your magic word. You actually printed 2 cards. Not too shabby. In fact, I think you may have just printed every single card in the deck with your magic.
Nice.
And I know that this is frankly a miracle as it is. I mean, I'll put that there for now. But that's not the best part. So the best part is you actually managed to print a card that we didn't even touch. The one that was in my pocket. What was that card you said again?
The 2 of spades.
Oh. The 2 of spades. Thank you very much for thinking of the right card. My name is Jeff Black, and you've been an awesome audience.
Dabbing on the
Whoa.
haters. Nice
Dabbing,
job, Jeff.
Awesome.
Ooh,
Thank you.
amazing. All right, this is a
Continue.
tough one. We're gonna jump in the judges' room, hang out over here. You guys can hang out, and we'll see you soon. Sheesh. All right.
Ooh. Holy cannoli.
Holy cannoli, right?
Well, hell, boys, what did you get me into?
Ugh. We've got 2
The
card beasts going up against each other.
I know that wasn't fair. Okay, all right, it's just not.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's take account of the fact that he's performing with a lag.
Yeah.
So the routine, despite the lag, still played.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
which
100%.
is- That ain't easy because I can't say the same thing about Featherly's routine. Like if there was a lag, I don't know that it would have done as well.
Mm,
So
true.
just on sheer environment,
mm.
like he did very well in
Yeah.
in my eyes.
Wow, yeah, and gosh, I mean, what an eccentric guy, you know, like he just has this glowing contagious like aura about him
Yeah.
that really shows through his magic and through his performance. And I mean, God, I'm so mad that there was lag in that because I would have loved to have seen all the little intricacies in his
know.
performance.
We just got a comment in chat saying bonus points for the stash? Question mark.
Seriously though, like like I said, that was a very stately like freeze frame, and then it turns out that might just be how he stands. He's got like a resting stately thing. Like that's
He just
Never a
yeah.
bad
He's just,
freeze frame.
that's a bad picture. He just always looks like up into the.
Man, that's so tough. I
Oh,
mean, and it's
God.
such an interesting comparison thinking about, you compare like Featherly's performance to that. It's like they're both card beasts, and it's so difficult to try and compare their skill. They're just, I mean, and they also do it so casually and flawlessly that it doesn't even feel like they're drawing any attention to any of the moves or whatever. I think that we know what all of the performance would have looked like for Jeff if we were able to see all of the frames, and we
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
we can't judge
Yeah,
it
yeah.
based off of the lag. Also, it would have looked just as amazing without the lag. It would have looked better without the lag.
Right.
Of course. Man.
So I think I've got it. I think
Okay.
I've got. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for creativity and originality, again, I've seen routines like this done. I
Mhm.
think the originality probably came out for me more in his personality, his style
Yeah.
of performing. But I've seen versions of that before. And though I think he did it very well, I think he scores lower in my mind on the originality front and higher on the personality, because that, again, you know, like that's the thing. Jeff Black is he is one of those guys, like the mustache and the hat is only incidental to his personality. They don't make him
Yeah.
who he is. So
Yeah.
I would say for creativity and originality, I would give that a 7.5, 7.5.
Mm.
For entertainment, he's a very entertaining performer in general. And I think even despite the lag, the fact that even with the lag, I was still able to go, oh, you know, I'll be down. It's a whole new day, you know, like, oh, it's his card. Like that still hit despite the fact, you know, hurricane or
Yeah.
whatever he's dealing with. So I think from that standpoint, I'd say that one is an 8.5.
8.5 for entertainment
And
level.
then personality is a 10. Easy.
Personality is a 10.
He's
easy.
one of those guys, and not because he has a boisterous personality, not because he's exuberant or anything like that. It is more that he's comfortable in his own skin as for who he is,
Yeah.
right? For how he performs and everything. Every ounce of him is involved in what he's doing, and so from that aspect, all the respect in the world.
Absolutely. Yeah. Want me to go, Mike, or are you still thinking?
I think I have it. I had it, man. What I thought I had written down. I had to change it a few times just because, like, it's just there's so much to consider here. But I'm gonna put an 8 in creative and originality, and and I'm gonna put a 9 in for entertainment.
So you said 8
and
creativity, originality, a 9 for entertainment.
yeah, 9 for entertainment, and then I think the thing that just really just blew us mostly, or for me personally, away was just it was a toss up between entertainment and both personality. But I think personality is just it's a 10.
Yeah.
Thank
I just put that in my category, but it doesn't matter. I was gonna give the same scores. I was gonna give an 8, 9, 10. I think that for creativity, originality, a lot that we've seen before, but at the same time, I
Yeah.
love the fact that he did things like using under pressure, using cardistry as a reveal to show that all the cards were printed. It was such a nice finesse and such an original way to present that. You know, I've never seen somebody use under pressure in that magical of a way. I feel like it was the perfect place to put that kind of thing in the routine.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm even considering potentially. I'm considering potentially a 9 for originality in that. No, I'm gonna go with an 8 because of the fact that if we were to compare it to Casey's performance, he deserved the 10 in the creativity originality department for the fact that the story was really original. Whereas this one, it was a plot that was less original. But I think entertainment level, I'd say it was a 9, really great, and then personality, I'd give it a 10. So he just slightly scores under Featherly with a 26.6, which means that he's also tied with Gian for the save. So we might have
For
to
the
do.
save.
So if nobody gets
Oh.
a score that high that is eliminated, we might have to do a sudden death 1v1 with Jeff Black and Gian to see who gets the
Oh
save.
man. Woo!
That's cool. Okay.
I've just heard that Shahir he's supposed to go up next in the bracket. I hear that he's having some internet issues, but we're pretty much on schedule. We're only like 5 minutes behind after my internet issues. He's having a bunch of internet issues where he is. So we're going to just take a quick break. If either of you would like to take a break, or if you'd like to perform something for the audience, we can do that. And just because he's currently sorting out his internet right now.
Okay, no worries. Or I mean,
perform something.
there's we could even do like a Q&A in the chat or something like that too. If anyone has any questions in the chat who's watching, I know we haven't been super interactive with people in chat just because our main focus has been
our main focus has been internet.
Yeah.
Figure out how satellites work. It's been rough.
Alrighty.
And
Can you
yeah,
see
if
the
need
chat,
be,
Mike?
Yeah, I can see the chat. I can see the chat.
All right, I'll be right back.
Let's see. All right, yeah, no worries. Do what you gotta do. Chat, ask it up. If you guys have any questions for Jeremy, please dump those in as well. Yeah, so send in some questions. Someone just said Jeremy. That's all they said.
yeah. Okay.
Just Jeremy.
Like, unless it's a question, and they're like, Jeremy? And we're like, yes. Yeah. That's the one. Like, who put a question on the teleprompter? Like, I'm Ron Burgundy.
Let's see here. They said, "You don't call, you don't write." Insert Russian accent.
Okay. Wait, who said that?
Steel.
Who is that?
Swivel Steel. I don't know if you know who that
Oh,
person
I know
is.
exactly who Swivel Steel is. Yeah, no. Yeah. I am so sorry. I swear, it's not on purpose. Because I have so many things, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man, these competitions are getting harder and like these tournaments are just getting harder and harder as we go. All right, we have another question here. Let's see. Jeremy, how many takes go into a normal video post of a deck flourish?
If it's on the table, usually not that many. If it's flying in the air, because the AC is always on in this office, it might be more than one. It's gonna be
Yeah.
like it's one of those, like we run the joke like that Instagram is you do 67 takes and then put hashtag first try on the bottom and you're fine.
Exactly.
You know, but I'd say here's my philosophy on it is that I am comfortable doing as many takes as someone gets replays. You know, so
Okay.
if it's something like it doesn't matter how good it felt, it may have like been caught on the wrong frame or whatever it was, or if it just doesn't feel like good on film, then I'll trash the whole thing and do it from scratch.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, we have a few questions in.
Let's also
how do
give
you-
Featherly and Jeff their scores. I realize they're just chilling in
Oh,
that
yeah,
channel
yeah.
waiting,
Oh
so-
shoot! Yeah, we should probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a happy middle ground.
Hey guys.
Howdy.
Oh, yeah.
So
Hi guys.
Hey,
What?
sorry for the delay.
what a ridiculously tough one to score. Man, you guys are both beasts, and this was a really hard matchup.
Yes, some of the absolute best Magic we've seen so far in this tournament. And gosh, like we're so like mad that we have to be the people to judge because it was just so good from both of you. But anyways, we think we have something. But interesting, actually, a very interesting scenario has occurred. So Blaze, if you would like to share.
Yeah. So Casey, we already let you know your score was a 27.3, which is the current highest of the day and tied for the highest of the competition. Jeff, you also tied somebody in the competition, and although you got a 26.6, so close, less than a point between you guys, so you did get a slightly lower score than Casey. However, you also tied for the highest score of those that were eliminated. So you might be put up head-to-head with John Peachin to do a 1v1 to see who gets saved and brought into round 2. Right now, you have the highest score, tied with John, for the chance at the save. So your time isn't over yet in the competition. We'll see what happens in the next 2 days. If anybody gets eliminated with a higher score than 26.6, then there's a chance that you'll be eliminated, but we'll see how it goes. Right now, you're tied with him, and you could very well still be in the competition. So, amazing job to both of you guys.
Also,
This was so tough.
Just as an aside, the both of you scored perfect in not the same category, but in different categories. The both of you scored perfect, which was really, I don't think that's happened yet. So that was really impressive to watch you guys like sort of flex who you are and how you perform. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, and Jeff,
Yeah,
personality-wise, you scored 10s
amazing.
across the board. Really, really great. And And we're sorry that you're dealing with internet issues. We've got a bunch of people, including myself, dealing with internet issues today. But really appreciate you taking the time to do this on your phone still and keep powering through despite that. So thank you guys both for being a part of this. It was a pleasure watching both of your performances. They were really great.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah,
We're
thank
gonna
you.
drag you back in,
Cheers.
and we'll see you guys later. All right, we're gonna drag Shmia in. We'll see what's going with him, but Stefan is ready to go, who's also going up against Shmia. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this.
All right, Mike, are you able to drag Shmia in? He's at the bottom of the list, so I can't reach him.
Yeah, I got it. Just one sec. 1v1 magic. There we go.
There we go.
Hello.
Shmia and slightly Stefan.
Do you want me to get
How
Stefan?
you doing?
Oh, you got him.
How you doing, Stefan?
Hi, it's PAI.
Hello, everyone.
Stefan,
Can you
ooh,
hear us?
Looking dapper. Can you guys hear us?
Wow.
I'm up here. We down, baby.
Ooh.
Vibes.
All right. Now,
We live.
Shahir, how are you doing, man? We're hearing that you're having some internet issues.
I'm having some terrible internet issues. I don't have internet issues. I just cannot turn on my camera.
Well, okay. Do you want to try? Do you guys want to try? We'll turn off all our videos and see if you can turn on.
Yeah,
yours.
we'll turn off all of our videos. Shahir, how's it going? You're loading.
Can you see me now?
Loading.
Uh,
Are you on
it's loading.
Wi-Fi or are you
Yeah,
on
it's loading.
on data, like on a hotspot?
I'm on Wi-Fi. Like my router's literally next to me. Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to have Spectrum internet, would you?
No, I'm Xfinity.
Ah, same. They,
Same. Okay.
they hit
great.
me
This is
today,
no
so I'm
I have
gonna
Spectrum,
throw
I
you
feel
out and
attacked.
back in, and we'll see what happens. Okay, you wanna try? You wanna try again? Turn your camera on, man.
Can you see me now?
Not yet.
So I've been told that we need to send you back into the waiting room. Apparently, you need to log in through a different device. So I think Giselle will be able to explain that to you. In the meantime, we're gonna have Stefan's performance, and I'll bring you back after he performs, and hopefully things will be fixed by then. But Giselle and Leo can help you out in the waiting room. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
All right. See you soon, man.
Alrighty.
Best of luck. Well, Stefan, your time has come early.
My goodness. Oh, look at you with your over the shoulder. Oh my
The
goodness.
over the
Sorry.
shoulder, the finesse,
To the peak.
the finesse of this man is off the charts.
Seriously.
I mean, I had to wear the brown turtleneck for this one and the fedora. Y'all don't catch me in the fedora now. Y'all don't catch me in the
Fedora.
fedora.
All right,
Yeah, like, a
Stefan.
little like that, Jeremy.
If
A
you
little
want to
like
give
that.
us a thumbs up when you are ready to perform.
All right, let me set up my timer on my trusty Apple Watch here. Hashtag hard flex.
Hashtag hard flex. Mike, you want to turn your camera on?
Yep.
All right.
I'll just wait for Mike.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
And your timer starts now.
All right, y'all. You know who it is. Stefan Barksdale, Stefizi on the retreat. I'm just going to show y'all a little something here. I'll bring this down here. And if you notice here, I'll just bring this into view. You see, this is my extra little coin pouch here. It's my little virgin pouch. It maintains my virginity. It has been doing that for the past 20 years, so it's been pretty good to me. All right, so let's get this out of here. So we got a couple coins here. I'll bring this right back up. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? First off, we got 3 coins here. We got a Chinese coin. We got a bronze coin with a tiger on the front and a monkey on the back. I'll explain this in a bit. We got a little silver coin right here, little silver dollar. By the way, which one of this is your favorite? Drop a heart in the comments. Or I should say these judges right here. Which one of you guys are your favorites? Chinese, silver? I don't know.
I'll drop a heart
Bronze.
for the.
Like
Which one
bronze?
did you say?
Yeah, bronze. I'm saying bronze.
Bronze.
Like the
We'll
bronze
drop a
one?
heart for bronze.
Just wondering, by the way. No, we're gonna start with the Chinese, but I'm glad you like bronze. I like bronze. Hey, I'm bronze too. So the way this magic works is each of these coins are not just gonna disappear, but the way they do it is by the sound of the coins. By the sound of the coins. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's start with the Chinese coin here. Just watch the Chinese coin. Ding, 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 ding. Bong. See that one? That's your daily dose of racism for the day. So how does that sound? I know I'm gonna get you guys demonetized. Here, just bear with me, all right? So let's start with the bronze coin. Now let's focus on the monkey, not this monkey, but the monkey right here. This monkey on this coin. All right, so let's focus on this monkey. This one's also gonna make some sound effects too. I'm gonna try my little voiceover acting here. Let's try this. See that monkey goes in this little cage there. You guys like that? You guys like my sound effects? Your props are actually much for me giving sound effects. I rarely do. Now, for the silver coin, it is a silver. It's American, steel, heavy, shiny, very muscly. It's not going to make sound. Oh, hey there, big guy. Sorry, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. If we just focus on this spot right here, we have to actually bring all of these coins back. There's 1, 2, 3 coins like that. But if you never want to use all of these at once, the reason why is because they actually they disappear kind of just like that, kind of back inside the pockets here. Hey, if you guys like that, that's the end of my act. If you guys really like that, give it a nice round of applause. Give those comments a blaze up. Go, show it.
Good job. Good job.
Good job, Stefan. All right.
All right.
Okay. We're gonna jump into the 1v1 judges channel. We're gonna have a little deliberation, a little chat, and we'll see you real soon. Hang out, Stefan.
All right.
Great job.
There's so much. There's so many things. There's so many things.
That was a lot.
That was too much.
The music, the music accompaniment.
It's
just so much.
Oh my
That's
God.
the thing. It's like there's a part of me that I've spoken with him. I know, that's very much his personality and everything. So I kind of want to give him points for being considered. Like definitely 10 out of 10 personality wise, because ain't nobody shrinking away from that guy. Like he just, like that was all him all the time.
That was all Stefan all day.
Yeah. Entertainment, I think he leans more on his personality in terms of like the entertainment. So where I would that one's tough, like because he is entertaining by virtue of who he is and how he can joke. Like he is faster than everyone else in the room joke wise. So I think he leaned more on his personality for the entertainment than the routine itself was in terms of just straight entertainment. So I would say entertainment wise, I would go lower. I would say probably an 8.
An 8, all right.
And then creativity and originality, again, I think he leans more on his personality, like the way that he expresses it. But in a different sense, I would actually give him more credit for that because of how he did it. Let's say, all right, so I do have to deduct a point for, being ever just so slightly racist.
And I never thought that there was going to be a racism penalty in Magic Tournament.
So I gotta deduct a point for that. Like, okay, yeah, it's funny, but in you're having drinks with your friends and like they tell you a joke where they have to do this ahead of time, like, okay, So from that aspect,
there's people watching.
I gotta deduct it. I gotta be honest. And then
it's really pushing.
Which category are you deducting that from?
I don't know yet. I'm undecided.
Okay.
It depends on whether I take on that personality or not. But so I would say in terms of creativity and originality, I'd give them an 8. So 8, 8, 10 for me.
8, 8, 10. All right. 8, 8, 8. Still very good score. Very good score, 26. Whew. All right.
I'll go next, I guess.
Sure, yeah, Mike.
So I mean, there's just so much to analyze. Oh man.
So much.
But yeah, there was a few moments in there where I was just like, and there's moments where I was like, oh, okay, that was really well executed, anyways, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think for creativity, originality, I'm going to place that at an 8. For entertainment, although he was entertaining, I feel like he could be more entertaining in another certain type of way or style, with his patter and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put an 8 for entertainment, and then For personality, it's going to be the highest with a 9.
With a 9. With a 9. Ah. All right. Yeah. Man, it was so much. It was just so much in every way. I'd say, yeah, creativity, originality. If we're just talking about the trick itself, he basically just did the routine as the routine is. There wasn't necessarily much change to that routine.
The routine, yeah.
That coin routine.
The simple ingredients, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say creativity, originality, magic-wise was rather less. But then presentation was super unique. But I think that goes more into his personality. I'd say creativity, originality, I'm gonna give it a 7. Okay. I think personality, it would be a 10, but if I'm thinking where does the raciness fall in, I guess it is a deduction from personality. So I'm gonna go with a 9. Do you disagree?
I think it was a deduction for entertainment.
Yeah, I'd say entertainment because it's not personality. I feel like more speaks to like him as a performer, whereas the entertainment is him as a performer times our reaction.
Yeah. You're right.
We're laughing, and then all of us were, oh my god, he actually did that.
I'm gonna give it a 10 for personality, and then entertainment level, I'll follow you guys up with an 8. So that gives him an average score of 25.3.
Okay.
Very, very
25.3. Yeah, right. Still great. And then I think also they were able to fix the webcam issue, so we should be good with the other.
Really great to hear.
Competitor.
Awesome. It seems like he's on a different account. So let's bring. First let's talk to Stefan, and let him know what's up. Hey, man.
Hey.
What's good, y'all?
Dude, you're hilarious. That was a really fun performance. You kept me thoroughly entertained constantly.
Hey, glad to hear that.
Yeah, very, very captivating. Like I could not. It was very hard for us to look away.
That's true. That's true. There was definitely, like you and I have spoken before, and there was definitely like all your personality and everything came through on it, and that is definitely your strength. Like it's not that it takes away from anything else, but you lean where you're strong, which that was a lot of fun to see. I think probably the biggest feedback was that you lean where you're strong, and in the competition, the strength has to be elsewhere also. So like the routine itself, you did fine on the routine, but the routine was expected by virtue of the fact that we know that routine, we've seen that routine before. So if there was anything, it was that the originality was lower, but you made up with it with your personality, your style of performance and everything. So I think you did. I think you did very good.
Yeah, you scored super highly when it came. I gave you a 10. Jeremy gave you 10 when it came to personality. Super, super high. So yeah, your final score ended up being a 25.3. So very, very high score, and we'll see what happens with Shahir.
Yeah.
And
nice.
So we're gonna bring you back into the 1v1 room. We'll all jump back in there, and we'll see his act.
Take care, big guy.
All right, big guy.
Shahir.
Hello.
Your camera's working, man. Great. It appears it's a little laggy. Let's all turn our cameras off just so that we can give him the spotlight.
Give him the
extra
bandwidth.
Yeah.
Can you all hear me? Can you all see me?
Yeah, we can hear you and see you.
Okay, good. Before I start, before the timer starts, can everybody grab something small that they can fit in the palm of their hands?
Yeah.
Just really quick.
Yes.
Like, for example, I have an eraser, so like this fits perfectly in the palm of my hand, so like I can't see any gaps or anything. All right. And
I got it.
Do that too.
All right. I've got a thing. All right.
Do you need to be able to see one of us?
I think that would be good, but not necessary.
Okay, I'll turn myself on
I'll
just because I think it won't use as much bandwidth, but just because I'm streaming it as well. But We'll see what happens.
Is it still fun?
Now it started you lagging. All right. Yeah, now you're good. You're good. You're good. All right. Now it's smooth.
Okay. Yeah, I literally have a Wi-Fi right next to me, so I don't know what's up.
No worries. All right. I got a thing. Coin's fine?
All right. A coin? Okay, good. All right, whenever you're ready to start the timer, Blaze.
All right. Timer starts now. Floor is yours.
Okay. So, I mean, if you didn't have enough time to grab something small in your hand, go ahead and do that. While I'm giving some people some time to grab something, I'm gonna write something down on this green sheet of paper. Yes, there's nothing written down on here. Now, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I'm gonna let you know that it's something special that might relate to one of y'all later on. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Yes. Now, what I written down on here cannot be changed or tampered with. Yeah. Now, I don't want none of y'all to know what I written down because otherwise that will ruin the surprise. Yeah. So to prevent that, I'm gonna take this envelope. Yes. Everybody see that? Take this envelope and place this green sheet of paper inside this envelope. So everybody see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be out of camera or at any time, so I'm gonna place this in my hat, just like that. Yeah. So you can see it. So you can see it there.
Yeah.
All right,
I do,
great.
yeah.
So everybody here must have grabbed some object now. It must be. It could have been different because everybody has a lot of different things at their household. But one object that I have is this dollar bill. Yes. Now I know
Bling,
it's not a
bling.
real dollar bill, but let's just play with our imagination a little bit. You can see it says bling bling, and then this muscular guy, and then emoji. Yeah. But the reason why I have this fabricated dollar bill is because, I was thinking to myself the other day how much money can influence our lives, right? Money can influence our decisions or choices that we make in our everyday lives, which is weird because money is like a non-materialistic thing that we value so much. That's why I have like some numbers written down on the back here. I don't know if it's clear or not, but Blaze, do you mind reading these numbers out for me?
Yeah. F4612.
Oh, it's a 7 4.
Oh, that's a 7. Oh, yeah. Okay. 74612 makes sense because you said numbers. All right. 746121. I don't know my numbers.
746121. Can everybody here remember that? Blaze, can you remember these numbers too? And everybody else, make sure you remember that in case Blaze doesn't have a good memory. Blaze, do you still have that object on you?
Yeah, I have the object.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You place the coin, place the coin in whichever hand you like. Yeah.
All right.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
And switch as many times as you like. Make sure it's off camera. I don't want to see it though.
All right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Switch how many every time you like. And can you think of a number between 1 and 10?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And whichever numbers you're thinking of, like for example, if you're thinking of number 3, you're gonna pass the object between your hands that many times. So like 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. You want me to do it?
All right. Tell me once you have it, and everybody else here can do the same.
Okay. Got it.
Mhm.
Now at this point, there's no way I can know which hand the coin is held in. But let's make this more meaningful. Blaze, can you think of somebody special in your life? Maybe somebody you always wanted to meet. It doesn't have to be somebody you know. Maybe a celebrity crush.
Okay.
You have that person name in mind?
Yeah.
And how many numbers? How many letters they have in their name? Can you pass the object that many times?
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
Must have been a long name then.
All right.
Now at this point, there's no obvious way that I can know which hand the object is held in.
No.
So if it's in your left hand, spell left. If it's in your right hand, spell right.
And keep passing it?
Hopefully you can spell. Yeah.
All right.
Now Blaze, another thing is that tomorrow night, before you go to sleep, you might thinking, oh, what would have happened if I would have switched my mind. If I were to switch one more time. So go ahead and do that.
Switch one more time.
Yeah.
All right.
So you don't have that regret feeling later on.
All right.
All right, you got it?
Yeah.
So everybody here should have, if you've been following along, everybody should have the object in one of their hands. Blaze, closely to the camera, can you put both your hand out simultaneously without giving any clues or lead as to which hand the object is held in? Now, I'm going to try my best to figure out which object the hand... It's in the right hand, is it?
Yeah.
It's in the right hand. Can you show me the right hand?
Yeah.
See? See how much we're able... See how much we're are so susceptible to being influenced? But Blaze, you remember that number that I asked you to remember?
Yeah.
7466121.
Mm-hmm.
See, the way our brain thinks is that we like to look at things upside down. So if I turn this upside down, what does that say now?
It says right.
It says right.
Ah,
right?
they're letters now.
Yeah, it says right. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, wait, that could be a 50-50 chance. Maybe I did some trickery to force you to put that object in your right hand. But how does that prove that I'm able to influence your choices, Blaze? Blaze, you remember I asked you to think of somebody special in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still remember that person's name?
Yeah.
Can you please tell everybody here for the first time the person name you're thinking of?
The first person that came to mind was Kim Kardashian. That's why it was so many letters.
Kim Kardashian. Oh, you spelled the first and last name?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's your celebrity crush. Yo, look. I mean, everybody else here must have had somebody else that they thought of different, yeah? But you thought of Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Blaze, you remember I wrote something down in this envelope, yeah?
Yeah.
It's been sitting here the entire time. Now, everybody else can agree that I have not gone anywhere near this thing. Now, you said Kim K. I mean, out of all the person you would have said, I would have said Wolf Cindy, but you said Kim K. Look, nothing else in the envelope. It might be a little sloppy because I wrote in my hand, but what does that say?
It says Kim K.
Kim K.
Kim K. Nice,
Very
dude.
good.
Great performance.
Good, dude.
There you go.
All right.
Awesome,
Let's
awesome.
jump in the other channel. We're going to talk about it. We'll be right back with you, Shahir. Great job. Ooh.
Wow. All right. That was
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
I was
Brought
not
back the
expecting that
Kim
type
K.
I know.
Yeah. It all circled back. It was
Wow.
I can dig it. All right. How was he on time?
He went
did go
overtime. He did go overtime. The thing is that I don't know how much of that was my fault for the fact that I said it was an F at first and the fact that I had so many letters in the name, but it
You
was
did have a lot of letters.
I did have a lot of letters, but I do
Yeah.
feel like he still would have gone overtime regardless of the. It's a
You're
trade-off.
like Bryce Dallas Howard, and you're just gonna spell it all out.
Just keep going.
No, but it's one of those routines too where there's there's a lot of talking in these type of mentalism effects,
Yeah.
and you have to have the talking because it's such an important, crucial part of a performance, like the
Yeah.
way that you say things and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys want to do the
I'm
point.
gonna vote it doesn't count against him. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
type
I
of
think
the
we
type
shouldn't
of
count it
interaction.
against him.
He might have been able to shorten the amount of switching.
Yeah.
So from that aspect, but there are other aspects where, like you said, he's developing it's sort of a necessary thing when you're doing mentalism over the internet. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta give him credit.
The only part that I was a little confused about was that he had people watching at home put a coin in their hand or some small object in their hand and never really touched back on that.
That's true.
Um,
yeah. Because I'm assuming
but,
everybody else, it also was the same reveal that it worked for everybody, and it would be nice if he had emphasized that more. That
Yeah. If he would have just said something real quick about that, I think that would have made sense more. But I mean, yeah, he's doing really great stuff there overall, and yeah. So man, another tough one because
I think for creativity and originality, I'm going to give him an 8.5. I think he was strong in terms of actually, no, we're going to up that to 9. And I say that only because he drew his own bill.
He drew
one.
his own bill with the bling
Oh
bling.
yeah.
You know,
How can we forget the bling bling?
yeah. You know, and the emoji. Don't forget the emoji. No, but just like, and the fact that he left everything in view in his hat, and like small things that really mattered in the performance area that he had, I feel like that was really strong. The way that he did that was, I feel like he thought that out in a way that made sense. The only reason it wasn't a 10 was like what you said about how the audience interaction was sort of like in the periphery, but he never called back to it. He didn't, you know, he wasn't talking to anyone else. So that's a very weird play, you know, like, is he talking to everyone watching on Twitch, or is he just talking to the judges? And he was bouncing between the two. So that was the only confusing part. Entertainment value wise, I also felt like that took it down a notch because that was sort of sitting in the background. So for entertainment value, because it took so much buildup, which is hard to judge against like a mentalism thing, I think I'm going to go with an 8.5. It would be an 8, except for the fact that he's trying to do it with mentalism over Zoom, which is hard to begin with. So I feel like he gets that extra 0.5 just by virtue of that. Personality, I'm going to give him a 9 because I could see like just his sense of humor, just the bling bling. I don't know why I was like the thing that stuck out.
The bling
But
bling.
I think he did really good to like show his personality that way.
Yeah, so I was thinking for creativity, originality, I really liked it. I think that the coin part was kind of long, a bit drawn out, but then it was nice that the part that made it long and drawn out ended up having a callback at the end and being important. So I would go with a 9 for the creativity, originality. For entertainment level, I'm gonna go a bit lower on that one because of the fact that in a mentalism routine, you're relying so much on your words, and that's all you have. And it felt as though, compared to a lot of the other performers that we've seen today, he wasn't as sure about what he was going to say. It felt very spontaneous, and his personality was shining through, but there were a lot of uhs and ums and thinking about what he was going to say next. Didn't feel as planned out, and you know, it would have actually probably saved him some time if he didn't have to, you know, spend so much time thinking about what he was going to say next. His personality totally shined through, and that's why I think it was a 9 personality. But I'm gonna actually go with a 7 for entertainment level. And now, Mike, you're the most mentalist of all of us, so.
Yeah, man, I'm so torn in this because there's so many great things and so many things that could be just polished that would take it so much further. And maybe I don't know if he's new to mentalism or if he's been doing this a while, but there was some like uncertainty as to where the sentence was going and stuff like that, and Blaze caught on to that. But for creativity, originality, I think I'm gonna do an 8. For that. For entertainment, I think he still did a great job of entertaining. I think like overall, like, you know, to the audience watching, like they're probably like, there's no way that, you know, what's written down on this piece of paper on the inside is going to be what Blaze was thinking of, Kim Kardashian. And so he did a pretty good setup, I think, for that. So I'm going to do an 8.5 for entertainment. And then for personality, I would have liked to seen more. So I think I'm gonna do an 8 for personality as well.
Oof. Oh, we have a tie. We have an exact tie between Stefan and Shahir. Oof.
Goodness.
What do we do in a tie? That's why we have 3 judges, so that is not a tie.
Well, okay, all right. So
audience vote.
We could say like it based on overall performance, like among the 3 of us, because there's 3 of us, there's an odd number. So we could break this tie right now just by saying, like, bare bones, based on what you saw, who did you feel inherently was the stronger performer? And we'll call this like, I don't know, the credit just based on like sheer gut feeling. Like if you went and saw them both, who would you walk away talking about first?
Okay, if we're going with that, then if he comes up his act a little bit next time, then I would go with Stefan.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the most memorable performer would have to be Stefan. Um, just because he just has that lasting impression left on you, you know.
Okay.
Um, I don't
And
know,
Oh.
I would say I would go the opposite way.
Mm.
I would actually say to here, and I say that only because the actual performance of the magic itself for me was stronger. Like both of them had personalities, and Stefan has personality for days and days and days. But the magic itself, if I were talking strictly about like a performance of that, I would go in the other direction. So
That's true.
there's your tiebreaker.
It was a stronger effect.
it was.
but-
You're right. Like the magic aspect of it was stronger from Shahir.
So there
Oh,
goes our
this is so
tiebreaker. Yeah.
tough. There goes the
Yeah.
tiebreaker. Did we just switch? No. I think that we got to go with our gut instinct when it comes to more entertaining performance. I think that that Stefan was more polished when it came to the performance, and so he still has my vote. Aside from the lack of impact of Drake in comparison to Shears. So let's jump back in there and let him know.
All right, let's do it.
Well, guys, what a toughie.
Can you guys hear us and see us?
We can.
All right,
It just
perfect.
sprung out
Welcome
of
back.
nowhere.
Oh man, so guys, excellent performances from the both of you. We were just literally just ripping, like, I was gonna say pulling our hair out, but Jeremy doesn't have any.
Yeah, I was fine. They were pairing I was sitting there. I was just staring.
Mike and I have lost a few hairs during this.
I did. So guys, it was so good. It was literally neck and neck. And yeah, Blaze has the point results
So
for you, but
both
you'll find this
exactly tied with a score of 25.3. So you both exactly tied. We had to go to a tiebreaker vote at the end. And the thing is, when we voted in terms of who we felt did a stronger magic effect versus who we felt did a stronger performance, the results were different. And so although we felt, Shahir, that your magic effect that you did was stronger, we did end up giving this one to Stefan for the performance just being a little bit more tight, a little bit more scripted and honed. But oh my gosh, guys, it was just such a pleasure to watch both of you perform.
Yeah,
That was really
that
incredible.
was out of all of them. Like we're like, okay, the numbers kind of tell the whole story, and then everything after that is more like we had to do a tiebreaker vote based on gut feeling and everything, and it was a 2-1. So even then, it was still really close.
That's
So
crazy.
you guys both did excellent.
Yeah,
Very well done.
and yeah, I would love to
Thank
see
you.
both of you hopefully more in the Discord and jam with you both. You guys are both super talented. So
Yeah.
but yes, congratulations to Stefan.
Congratulations to
Very good.
Stefan. You should feel
All
really
right,
proud
all
of your
right.
performance, Shahir. That was awesome. And thank you for being a part of
Very
this.
good,
That was a
Shahir.
really, really entertaining routine. We love the bling bling. We love the emojis and your
Oh
personality.
yeah, right. Yeah, we kept talking about the bling bling afterwards. Anyway, thank you guys.
Yes,
So
yes,
nice meeting y'all.
yes. You as well.
All right,
Alrighty.
we're going to throw them back in. All right, and now here we have something interesting. We're going to bring in G Babbitts. All right. Hello, Mr. Babbitts. How you doing?
How's it going?
Man?
Yeah.
So
Hello.
it's Jeff, right?
Jeff, yeah.
Nice to meet you, Jeff. All right, so Jeff, you are going to be up first because Jacques, he actually was not able to make any of the time slots work with his time zone, so we pre-recorded this on another day. I jumped in a Discord call with him, and we didn't allow anyone to submit videos because we didn't feel like that would be fair. They could mess with the videos or whatever, so they had to perform it live. He just did it at a time that was different. So I have a pre-recorded video we're going to air of Jacques, but this is your time to shine. So are you feeling good, Jeff?
As good as you can, I guess.
Alrighty. So give me a thumbs up when you are ready to go.
Let's go.
All right, your time starts now.
Yeah, so thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm really excited to share this story from when I was a kid, just getting into magic. The mom and pop, they buy you this little kit and everything. It was fun. Then I was at a birthday party, and the magician at the end, he pulled a rabbit out of the hat. It's the first time I ever saw it. Actually, the only time I ever saw it in person. It just blew my mind. I went to him after the show and I said, "How the frick do you pull a rabbit out of the hat?" And he goes, "Look, kid, it's easy. You just need a magic hat." Fine. I went home that day and I said to my parents, "Hey, come in the room. I have a hat, right? And I'm gonna pull a rabbit out." Young magicians, they don't practice. Like when you're 6, 7, you just grab your item. You know how to do the trick. Foresight. Only top hats can actually pull animals out. Regular hats can't do it. So that didn't work. Instead, I got an envelope. And in that envelope, they were still disappointed because there was no rabbit. I was disappointed because there was no money. I thought they put money in it for me. Nope. So a lot of disappointment. And they said, "Come on, do a trick." So I said, "All right." I picked up cards. I'd actually practiced the trick, and I want to do the same trick that I did for them for you. So to get this to work, I'm going to have a volunteer. I need you to call out stop whenever I drop the cards, whenever you're comfortable. I believe, Jeremy, you're the guest today. So if you'd like to do honors, whenever you're ready, stop. Before I get to the end, please.
Okay.
I dropped a little faster. So, right. Stop. Okay.
Sorry, it's the lag time. I'm sorry.
It's fine. All right, ready? And now.
Stop.
There?
Yep.
Okay. Would you like top or bottom?
Top.
Top card. Got it. So we don't actually need these. I'll get those out of the way so they don't distract us. So what do we get? 10 of hearts. Great choice. Now, remember, this is from when I was a kid. And I believed so wholeheartedly there was magic in a hat. I was disappointed. Thought there'd be magic in an envelope. I was disappointed. There had to be magic in a card. So what do when there's magic in a card? You try and get the magic out. I just ripped that sucker apart. And yet again, disappointment. I expected like sparks and butterflies. I just had a ripped card. But maybe I did it wrong. So I ripped it more. And more. And no matter how many times I ripped the thing, it's just paper. So great. More disappointment. Then I thought, wait, what if the envelope is magic? It's a replacement for the hat. I had one. It's not a top hat. So I did what any 6 or 7-year-old would do. Get out a handy dandy knife, and I cut that sucker open. Cut it right in there. And if you've ever seen a good movie or a bad movie, you'll know when there are magic holes involved, you need rope. So went to my junior woodchuck kit. I got my rope out, and you can push it through the little hole you make into a little envelope, which I can't do because it didn't go through. Dull knives are good for children, just saying. But I have now scientifically proven that there is a hole in my magic envelope. Ta-da! So I wanted this to be magical. I wanted money in this envelope or a bunny. So I just gather up my pieces and I start pouring them in. And we're talking science and magic here. Oh, I realize you can't see the whole thing. Sorry. So I would leave a piece out to prove. Now my favorite part is when you taste the magic. Tastes like success. Oh. And now we wait awkwardly because magic envelopes don't seal instantly. So there we go. We now have a magic envelope with a hole and ripped up cards inside. Now, if you shake, I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear the pieces kind of moving around inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I keep going and it stops. So then you open the envelope. And unfortunately, there are no bunnies. There are no monies. But You do have the original bill.
Oh, wow.
Very good.
Nice.
Awesome.
Good job,
Awesome.
man.
Very good.
Very nice.
Really great, man. All right, we're gonna jump into the deliberation room. We'll see you real soon. Thank you, Jeff. Alrighty. That was really cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was. That was.
Also, on a note for the previous act, because Shahir went over by quite a bit, I'm gonna count the reason also for him getting slightly less because of the slight overtime.
That makes sense. I'll weigh that in. Because there were times where he could have shortened it. He didn't have to do the name or anything. You know, like there were aspects of that he could shorten. That I realized afterwards that's fair. Just so.
Yeah. But this
Okay.
act, Jeff.
Yeah. Is that something that you guys have seen before? Done that way?
I would actually give him high points on originality.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
Because of the story and everything. Now, the one thing that I think I'm going to dock him on is that the story meandered. So when you thought he was going in one direction, you know, like it was rabbits, and then money out of nowhere, the props themselves kind of came in out of nowhere. The rope, the envelope, like if you're ever going to tell a story about something that happened when you were a kid, it either has to be totally self-consistent or it has to be like ridiculously funny. Like you as a child are talking about when you were a fighter pilot, you know, like that. Like then it's sort of like, but the way that the story meandered, it's still like the effect was consistent. The story was the story, but I felt like they were totally disjointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
So
thing
I
is
think
that
from that aspect,
I noticed myself while watching it that I noticed at one of the moments I had to catch myself because I found my mind wandering a little bit because I was just like there was so much buildup before a kind of singular magic moment, you know, that it was. And the thing is that then you had props introduced that I understand why they were introduced because of the story, but I wish that they were a little bit more important when it came to the magic. For example, the hat. You know, even if it had been something simple like pulling the envelope out of the hat, just as like a significance for the hat, other than being like, oh well, you can't pull rabbits out of this and tossing it away. I mean, there were just a lot of props introduced, and it took a long time to get to the magic moment. However, I felt like the magic moment was really creative and it was powerful. So
it was, yeah.
So it's a trade-off.
Yeah, I think maybe if you threw something in there earlier in the routine, just one type of a quicker effect could have caught our attention and you know maybe not caused us to drift off just a little bit. But yeah, I think creativity, originality is probably going to be the highest category for me, score-wise. So, I mean, I can go first if you guys want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I think, I think I'm going to put a 9 for that. For entertainment, like it was an entertaining trick. I just felt like it took a little too long for the reveal to happen. And like I said, I wish there was like one type of magic effect that would have happened earlier in the routine, or like some type of use with the hat or the envelope, or like you said earlier, or there was a use for the envelope, but for the hat maybe. So I'm gonna do an 8 for entertainment, and then I'm also gonna do an 8 for personality.
Blaze, what do you think?
All right, I'm thinking for creativity and originality, I'm also gonna give a 9. I really enjoyed that. I think because I haven't seen that trick before ever, especially with the string going through the card and all that kind of stuff. So that I really liked. The entertainment level, I think because the story meandered a lot, I will give it either 7 or an 8, and I'm thinking more of a let's see here. I'm thinking a 7 or an 8 for the personality as well. I'm gonna go for entertainment level. Because of the strength of the trick alone, I'll go with an 8, but for personality I'll give him a 7.
Okay. For me, I think it was high on the creativity and I would say probably higher on the originality. I think the entertainment value was actually brought down by the fact that the story and everything was so disjointed to me. So on the creativity and originality, I'll give him an 8. For the entertainment value, I'll give him a 7. And I say that not because either thing was not entertaining. It was more the fact that because they were so disjointed to me, each one was detracting from the other. And then personality-wise, I'm going to give him an 8. And not because, I don't think it's because the story didn't feed into it or anything like that. I think it actually helped the fact that it was so original, like he was trying to tell a story about who he was as a kid and an incident that happened. That's a hard thing to do. And that's a hard thing to do well and still have it play well. So I'm going to give him a little bit more on the personality side for that.
Yeah. So that gives him a total score of 24. All righty.
Okay.
24. Let's let him know. All righty. How you doing, Jeff?
Hey, good. How's it going?
So,
let me turn the webcam on.
We all thought, is that trick original to you?
So the original part I actually messed up and didn't perform because I dropped something. But the card, the envelope one, not the reveal, no.
Interesting, but we all hadn't seen it done that way before. We all thought that it was very creative. So we gave you very high marks when it came to creativity and originality with your effect and presentation. And so your total score is 24 points. So nice job, man. And so now our next performer again is a pre-record. So if everybody wants to hang out in here, what I'll do is I will change my camera to a virtual camera, and you all can watch the pre-recorded performer. So I'll set that up right now.
Perfect.
I'll make sure that you all can hear the performance here. And now we'll go to the pre-record. Here we are. I'd like to welcome Jack, also known as Dealer's Grip on the server. How are you doing, Jack? Hear it.
Doing great, thanks. You?
I'm really excited to see performance. Let's get into it.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to try something today, but I'm not sure if it will work. It's it's all about luck. I know you know the principles of luck because you're a magician and I'm a magician, so we know about cards and probability and that sort of stuff. So we'll try something which is all about luck. So let's give it this way. I'm not going to look, Blaze, and I'm going to put cards like this. Okay, can you just say stop?
All right, stop.
Here?
Sure.
Okay, just have a look at that card, yeah? Don't forget it.
All right.
I'll just leave it at that. Now, here's what I'm going to do. As I said, this is all about luck. I'm going to find your card using luck, okay? There's going to be no sleight of hand, nothing strange like that. Now, Blaze, in these strange times, normally, hopefully, you'd be with me. Because you're not, we have to do this a bit differently. I'm going to spread the cards out in front of me, and we're going to take 3 cards at random, okay?
All right.
So the way we're going to, sorry about that. The way we're going to do that is I'm going to go I'm going to pass my finger above the cards, and whenever you like, I can call that stop. So whenever you like, just say stop.
Stop.
Here? This card here?
Sure.
All right, just push that forward. We'll do this again, 2 more times, in fact. So just go ahead, please say stop whenever you like.
Stop.
Here?
Yes.
Why?
Just felt right.
Why not?
Yeah.
We'll push that card right forward, and we'll take one last card. One last card, the last one. So please just say stop whenever you like.
And stop.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to change? That's good for you?
I'll go the one right next to it.
This one here?
Sure.
All right, I'll just push that one forward then. Now, Blaze, you just stop at 3 different points wherever you wanted. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through the cards, and if you see your card come by, just say so. Okay? So go through one by one. Speed it up a little bit. But if you see your card pass by, just tell me, yeah?
Alright. So far, so good. No,
Is
I
it
don't see
there?
my card. No.
No? Well, if your card isn't here, then it's got to be one of the 3 you have here, logically
Yeah.
speaking. All right, there's going to be nothing strange about this. As I said, this is all about luck. No weird stuff going on. The card you choose is the card we eliminate, okay? This is card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Which one do you want to get rid of?
I want to get rid of card number 1.
1?
Mhm.
You sure?
Yeah.
6 of
Alright.
spades? Is that your card?
No.
No? Okay. 2 cards left. Again, the one you choose is the one we eliminate. 1 or 2, your choice.
Let's get rid of 2.
2. 5 of spades.
Alright.
No. Because we have 1 card left here. Blaze, do you know what the name of this trick is?
Something about luck.
It's about luck, but do you know the name of this trick?
What was the name of the trick?
Well, the name of the trick is actually the card inside the box.
Okay.
Because now in the box there's only 1 card. Blaze, what was the card you selected at the beginning?
I selected the 5 of hearts.
Bam.
That was dope, man.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Alrighty, thank you so much, Jack, for joining us, and I'm so
Thank you so
excited
much,
to
man.
show all of the judges your awesome routine.
Thanks.
All right. Here we are, guys. Let me switch my
All
camera
right.
to my actual camera. All right. Alrighty, guys. So let's jump into the judge deliberation room and let's talk about that. So, considering I had already seen it, I was watching your faces intently during one of those parts.
For the moment, yeah.
For the moment of the 3 cards narrowing down to 1. Yeah. That was that was a moment where I was like, if this is gonna be so like it was just
How'd I do? How'd we do? How'd I do?
Oh, your faces were great.
Okay, all right, good. Good.
And then when it becomes the card to box, it's very surprising.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I've got my numbers picked out. Like I picked them out the second you pushed us over here. He's a very strong performer in terms of he knows his craft.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm going to lean on you guys a bit because this is the exact same style of stuff that I like study and know and love and hunt and everything. So like when I saw it, I like wanted to, to like call up and be like, hey, do you do lessons? Yeah, like that. Like, so to a certain extent, we need to take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt because it's very adjacent to sort of like the stuff that I love. I think in terms of the creativity and the originality, this sold it for me. Like I was like, oh, like if you can make me do this, like
yeah, I know that's what you did.
I feel like maybe like you got something going on, and it's because the moment was so well placed. Not because the moment happened, but because it was so well placed that like happened right as like you could do a boring like, oh, it was completely a free choice, but then it shifted. Like you're like, oh no, this is actually a comedy. Like this is so from that point, I think the creativity and everything scored high for me, and so did the entertainment value. Like it took the entertainment value from like a solid 7-8 to all of a sudden it's a 9 because it like jumped. I know like my eyebrows jumped as much as the score did. So the creativity and originality, I feel like it did really well. He's got 9s all the way across for me.
9. Very good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. I feel like the only thing I would have liked to have seen just a little bit more was just more personality to come through in the performance. So I think that's just going to be one less point for me. But I think I'm going to do a 9 for creativity, originality, because that was just phenomenally done. Entertainment. I was entertained the entire time. I mean, that was really good. That's going to be a 9 for me. And then personality is going to be an 8.
Nice. And for me, I thought it was a 9, 8, 8. I thought that it was really entertaining, really great creativity, and showed his personality. I think maybe because he has a British accent, he scores additional points for personality off the bat, just from.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, really well done performance. It's like it was really solid, great. We only did one take, you know. It was just super solid all the way through.
Yeah,
really enjoyed it. Yeah, very entertaining.
Yeah, I seemed super comfortable doing that too.
Yeah,
so.
the only reason I gave it an 8 was just because of the moment that I had before he did the vanish. But the thing is that it's such a weird trade-off, because it's like the vanish then makes it a cooler routine. The transposition into the box makes it a cooler routine than if it had been the card. But at the same time, there was the part of me going like, oh, but I want that to be the card.
So what was the card?
Yeah,
it might have actually been stronger if he had like flashed it for like just a second, then lifted up the box, and then he had nothing. And, and
that would have been that would have
been something. I think that would have made it a solid 10, like across the board. Like if it had completed the loop, but I don't know. The open loop is still cool. That's the thing. It didn't. I don't think it was diminished by his action. It was actually intensified by it.
Yeah.
But there was a way he could have taken it further, maybe even by that.
But either way, he got a 26, so very high score. Let's tell Jeff. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, Jeff.
Yep.
Great performance, man. We love your performance. We've already told you all the things that we liked about it. We ended up giving Jacques a score that was 26, so slightly higher than your score. So so he'll be moving on to the future round. But we really appreciate you doing this, man. And thank you so much. I also don't want you to think that it was unfair or anything. He did only one take, one performance, one shot. It was just that he couldn't make this time. But really appreciate you being a part of this, man. Great job.
Yeah, thank you for putting this on. Thanks. This is my first performance thing ever, so it was a lot of fun. So,
oh, really?
Okay, so if that's true, then you did really well.
Wow.
Because I saw the pieces on my first performance thing. So
I dropped my first half.
You get extra credit for me because I almost ran off crying the first time I did it.
Because you do a lot of cardistry, right?
What's that?
You do a lot of cardistry, right? I always see you in the cardistry chat talking.
I could pretty much do the civil cut, and that's about it.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, never mind then. Oh, okay. But
no, I study mostly
but
magic.
If that was your first performance, that was really exceptional. So you should
It was
be super
really
proud.
strong for being the first. Okay, all right. That was all right. Yeah, you did very well then.
Oh,
I would love to see more in the future.
You should have told us that at the beginning, man. It was great.
No, put more of these on. I'll definitely join.
Very good.
Yeah. Totally.
All right, we're gonna move you back to the waiting room, and we have our last performance of the evening, our last 1v1. See you soon.
Okay.
All right, so we have Magic Boy, Sammy, and he's known as Magic Boy on the server, and we have Eddie the Sense Asian.
Hello.
Sense Asian. Oh my god. Okay. Listen, I'm sorry it took me so long to catch on there. That was I swear, I'm normally faster. I was like, Sensei. Oh, Sensei. I got it. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
All right, the last one, huh? Last round.
That's right.
All right, cool. How are you guys feeling?
Amazing.
Good.
I'm feeling great.
Sammy's doing great. All right, nice to see you guys. All right, so Sammy, you are first. Let me know if you're good, if you're ready.
I just want to set this up quickly.
Alrighty.
I'm so sorry. My friends are calling me right now, which they shouldn't be. So here, I'm all set.
You're all set. Maybe put yourself on Do Not Disturb.
No.
We can give you a second to do that if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Alrighty. Well, in the meantime, I'm just gonna go through chat and just respond to a couple people. Somebody said this is so poggers. Wow, man, the Zoomers in here. Very
It's quite
poggers. This is very
pog-chance, yeah.
pog. Very much appreciated, guys. Yeah, just a lot of hype in chat. People saying they're really excited to see both of you. So Count Dooku is wishing you best of luck, Sam. All right, you ready, Sammy?
Uh-huh.
Okay, was that a thumbs up?
Yes.
Okay, your time
All right,
starts
let's do
now.
it.
Oh, what a night. Oh my god. Oh wow, I have that magic competition. What are these cards doing here? I left them in a nice pile. And this dollar bill? I don't even remember that. What is this silk doing here? I do not remember that one. There's a sticky on it. Is that blood? Do not touch. You know, what is the worst that could go wrong? I mean, it's just a silk. I don't see what could go wrong. Whatever. Like, what is that wrong? Wait, you know what? I'm gonna try and capture it. Let's go. Right there is a ghost. I'm gonna sit her right there. Stay. Good. Now wait, actually, what's your name, sir? Jacques? Hi, nice to meet you, Jacques. I'm Sam. So, here, Jacques, I want to teach you a bit of magic. First off, we're gonna make it look like I can actually take this dollar bill and move it. Maybe back and forth. Good job. So make sure you stay in between my hands. Now try and lift it up. Come on, I know it's heavy. Push, push, push. Good job, man. Alright. Now, this one's really going to test your strength. I want you to lift it all the way up above your head. And the spectators are going to love it. I'm going to put it here for you. Now lift, lift, lift. Nice. Now up, down. Alright. Now, this next one's going to be a bit more challenging for you. I want you to throw it up and then try and catch it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Nice. And then catch it right there. Let me pick that up for you. Great job, man. Alright, you know what? You did pretty good with this, so I want to try something a bit more complicated. Here. A deck of cards. There's 52 cards. Look, these are all the cards. You should be good. Alright, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I want you to say stop at any card. I don't have any sort of breaks here.
Okay.
Just say stop at any point.
Okay. Stop.
Alright, do you want this bottom card or this top card?
Top card.
Top card, I'm going to take it, put it on top. And now I'm going to shut my eyes and show it to you.
Yeah.
Alright, can you see this?
Yeah.
And can you see that my eyes are shut?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to take this, put this here. Alright, so now, at this point, I'm also going to show your card to Jacques. Alright, good, he can see it. So now, I'm just going to take the deck, put it in right here. I'm going to kind of pretend to shuffle so that Jacques can't see it. Good. Alright, so now, Jacques, I want you to try and find his card. Nice. Good, you pulled out the card. Now, here. I want you to confirm that this is your card.
It is.
Is this your card?
It is.
I'm going to take it here. Then I'm just going to take it and I'm going to shuffle it back into the rest of the deck. Alright, so now Jacques is going to whisper the card into my ear. 7 of hearts, correct?
No.
No? Alright,
No.
wait, so can you tell me what your card is? Because we're still kind of working on this stuff with Jacques.
Okay. It's the Queen of Clubs.
Alright, it's the Queen of Clubs. Alright, so now, Blaze.
Yeah.
You know, I was stalking you, like most people do, right? And I
Right.
saw that you're in a bunch of, like, movies, right? You have a show called, like, The Jungle Room coming out soon. So,
Mhm.
You know, could you actually think of a Broadway show for me?
Think of a Broadway. Okay, yeah.
And I mean, just say it out loud because this is a ghost act, not a mentalism act.
Wicked.
Wicked. Alright, so now I actually had something kind of special behind this blanket. Oh. Let me push these cards off. But I had a nice big binder, and it was actually full of playbills. But I want to show you something special. Inside the plastic film of a playbill, there's a card. Now, I'm going to melt that plastic and pull a card through. Right there, the Queen of Clubs.
Very good.
I'm
Nice,
Sam,
man.
and that's Jack, and we hope you guys enjoyed.
And perfect timing, right on
Wow.
5 minutes. Great job, man. All right, we're gonna have a little chat, and we'll be right back. I've swapped the rooms on us. So-
I was kind of confused, but
So, whatever, it's fine. Oh well, Magic Boy just left. Well, very interesting. Very, very interesting. That was the most unique
Wow,
act that we've seen tonight, I think.
Okay, that's the thing. Like this kid, that took guts. That
Yeah.
one, like,
Oh, yeah.
So for entertainment, like this is the thing. Like technically, okay, yeah, we can talk about that part later.
Yeah.
But I've been that kid, and I've been that like you've done that. You did that thing where you like create a show in a week, like that thing. Oh, here he is. Is
Oh,
he?
hey,
in?
hey,
Is-
man.
I'm here.
We're gonna put you back into the other room, but
I'm here.
we'll see you very soon. We're just talking about you. No pressure.
No pressure.
Here's like okay, so in terms of creativity and originality, like he's going all over the place. It's got acting. He's still, he explored
Was he drunk
every
at the
like, a
beginning?
whole- Huh?
It's like,
Yeah,
it's
like,
like I
that's
just
the
came
thing.
home drunk, and I'm just like, huh?
right? Yeah, like he came home hungover from I don't know what would happen for
From a
that, but
Broadway show, A Night on the Town.
yeah, apparently that's a lot, but that's what gives him like God, I think that had so much guts in it. Like that was the thing. So in terms of like creativity and originality, he scores high in my book. Like he definitely scores 8.
Yeah.
And the only reason I think is because again, like the magic itself was meandering, right? It was a ghost, so you're not calling attention to each of those things. So I think from that aspect, it could take entertainment. Even though there were a number of points that were like obvious, the fact that he leaned into it, the fact that he is so young and like with so much guts, I think he still scores high in my book. So I'd still give him a 7. And then personality, the kid's got a 9 in my book. Like
Yeah.
he was so like that was all him. That was so
Yeah.
much in that was all him. Yeah, that's where I'm going with that.
Yeah. Great
Yeah.
scores.
Man, yeah, just so much personality. So much energy. And I'm happy that he's channeling this energy and putting it into magic and entertaining people. It's such a great thing. And personality for me is gonna be a 9. Entertainment, it was a toss up. It was a big toss up between 8 and 9 for me. But I think entertainment, I'm gonna have to score that with an 8. And then for creativity, originality is also gonna be an 8.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8 for creativity, originality. I'm gonna give him a 9 for personality, and then for entertainment level, I'm just thinking back and forth between it. I think that because I mean, there's a certain thing of really getting the most magic that you can out of a method, and then there's also getting a little bit too much magic out of a singular method. And there was a little bit of that in the middle, and I think that if he had actually shortened that segment, had less, like if he had maybe cut out the moment of like raise it above your head, that thing, then I feel like it would have strengthened the magic. So I think it was very great. Also, the fact that he's got a binder of a million different Broadway shows, and the fact that I theoretically could have named any Broadway show because he just said name
That's
any
true.
one. Like, what a really cool thing to be prepared for.
Yeah, he
I mean,
named
like
the third one in like
I
a
know.
plebe.
What
Yeah,
if, yeah, I mean, what if I was just like,
apparently he is more Broadway than all of us in this.
he's more Broadway
Yeah.
than any of us. I think because of the fact that he was prepared for so many different options, I want to give him an 8. I'm struggling because it's like there were certain sections that were less strong magically, but there were then
he did walk out of frame. That's the
Mhm.
other thing. On several instances, he was completely either his back was completely turned or he did walk out of frame, which
true.
That's tough. Like no matter how much personality or anything like that, unless you have a very, very good reason to take yourself out of frame or turn your back on the audience or something like that, it doesn't matter. There's no hiding behind that.
That's a very good point. I think that leaning more towards 7, we're gonna hit him with a score of 24.3 average, very high score for Sammy.
That was
his acting, his character, his presentation really scored in points on this one. So yeah, let's let him know. All right, let's jump into the judges. Let's just chill here. We'll let Magic know, and then we'll drag Eddie in. So,
all right,
alrighty. How you doing, Sammy?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, dude.
Really well done.
Excellent performance. We really enjoyed it. We really did. There was a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I think you honestly, it had all heart. It was that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And I think you did, again, we had some comments on the fact that you walked out of frame or the fact that you turn your back on the audience. Those are big deals, and they should be big deals. That being said, that took courage, and you put yourself entirely in there. You had so much personality. You had us like I was really going like, what's he gonna do next? And Blaze, you made a really good point about the end of it, which I think he should hear from you.
Oh, about the Broadway shows? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you were prepared for, I mean, first you took a routine that was visual and very much like a stage piece, but narrative driven, and then also had the fact that all you asked me to do was name any Broadway show. I could have named anything. There's so many options. That's super impossible. The fact that, I mean, I did name a popular one, but what if I hadn't? It was really cool, and I feel like that adding in even like a mentalism aspect to it was really good. We felt as though some of the portions you might have taken a little bit too much time on. The section in the middle with the ghost, might have been really pushing that method to its limits, and that's all we'll say. But at the same time, otherwise really, really good. And also, you got a higher score than a few of the competitors that have won their 1v1s today. So you got a 24.3, which is a very good score. 24. So, can we bump it up? No, so we got a 24.3. That was really fun. Good finesse, man. We really enjoyed it. So much fun. It seems that you already heard our feedback, considering you knew the score. It might have been in the stream. But yeah, we're going to bring Eddie in and we're going to see his performance. But great job.
Very good.
Eddie!
Hello?
Hello.
Eddie, you want to turn your camera on?
Yes, there we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Eddie the Sensation, so I'm obviously white. I've been doing magic for 2 years, and today I wanna do a sandwich routine. Coincidentally, this is an original, but it was heavily inspired by Jeremy Griffith and I think Daniel Madison. So I'm really excited.
All right. Well, your time starts now.
Wait. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I gotta switch cameras.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hey.
Oof.
I know what that's like. Yeah.
And all right, I'm good to go now. So this is going to use an ordinary deck of cards, right? And we need 3 cards selected. So the only fair way to do that is for me to just deal through the cards and for each of you to just say stop whenever you'd like. So Blaze, please just say stop whenever you would like.
Okay, and stop.
Okay, that's that. Now, Jeremy, please say stop at any point.
Stop.
Okay, Joker, interesting. And finally, Mark.
Stop.
All right. So we have 3 cards selected, and the 2 of diamonds, the Joker, and the Jack of diamonds. And again, you guys could have chosen any one of these cards. Blaze, you're going to make a very important decision here. Which card do we use as our selection?
Let's use the Joker as a selection.
The Joker. That's very quirky. Is there any reason why you chose the Joker?
I like the Joker a lot. It's a really good card.
Do you want to switch?
No.
Okay, great choice. We're going to leave it back in the middle of the deck, and we don't need it. Now, this is a sandwich effect, meaning we need 2 cards of the same value. So I'm not going to influence your decision in any way, okay? So Jeremy, please name any 2 of a kind.
4s.
Okay, the 2 aces, perfect. We can just get the 2 aces to appear. Now, we're going to take the first ace, we'll leave it on top of the deck. And as for the second ace, we'll leave this on the bottom, okay? So there should be 1 ace on top and 1 ace on the bottom, okay? Now, all I have to do is say the sacred sentence by Jay Sankey. May the hairs around your anus be woven together. And just like that, the cards are no longer on top, and it's no longer on the bottom, meaning it's actually traveled into the middle of the deck to capture 1 card, but not just any card, Blaze's Joker.
Nice.
I'll do this again, okay? So we have the ace, the Joker. We're going to leave the Joker facing down in between the 2 aces, and I'll stick it out a little bit so you can see it at every point in time. Okay, so once again, we'll take it, leave it in the middle, and take the rest of the deck and cover it. Now, I'd say that's about 19 cards from the top. So please, Jeremy, try to stop us at exactly 19 as I riffle through.
Stop.
All right, I think you might have gone a little far, or we'll see. We'll just put the aces right where you said stop. And now, all I have to do is just flip the cards. And if we take a look, the Joker is now in between the 2 aces once again. But I want to do this one last time. And this time, let's take this to one more level, okay? So Joker is going to be facing the opposite direction than the aces. We can clearly see aces and then the Joker. So here's what's going to happen next. Oh, wait, shoot, sorry, I dropped it. Hold on. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I apologize. But we're going to take the 2 aces, we'll leave them on the table, and we'll take the Joker, and we'll actually leave it right about in the middle, right around here, okay? And you guys can see it until the very last moment it disappears. So once again, the 2 aces will capture your card, the Joker, and the Joker is nowhere near the bottom and nowhere near the top. So this is my favorite part because you guys won't see this coming. The Joker will appear right here in between the 2 aces, okay? Now, all I'm going to do is just wave my hand and it's going to appear. So don't blink. 1, 2, and just like that, the Joker has appeared and disappeared because these actually aren't the 2 aces. So where are the aces? Well, this box here was here the entire time. It's a normal card box, and if we take a look and we open it up, we actually see that there's something very interesting. We can see that there's at least 1 card in there. So let's pull that out. But it's actually not just 1 card, not just 2, but 3 cards, and they're not just any 3 cards. They are our first ace, our second ace, and of course our selected Joker. Thank you all so much.
Nice, man.
Wow, nice. Great job.
Alrighty. We're going to jump into our deliberation room, and we'll see you real soon, Eddie. Great job. Alrighty. Hello, guys.
Wow, what a complicated routine, first of all.
And there's that's the thing. None of that was complex, but like complex not just as like a trick, but complex to do just in general. I mean, he's doing stuff that I think I'd have a tough time following. Like it was and it's very different. So again, this is one of those things like I got to be careful because this is sort of me adjacent. So I gotta remember to judge it just sort of like on its own merits. I think we had a similar issue where something went off frame. which inherently becomes the explanation.
Mm-hmm.
So from that aspect, I got to ding him a little bit.
Yeah.
In terms of originality, he's got to score high. I think he did really well in terms of constructing that, because I haven't seen anything where all of those elements are combined. Maybe each technique in and of itself, but not all of them combined to form like a sandwich narrative. So I would say creativity and originality, I would definitely give him an 8.5. I'm going to give him an 8.5 on the creativity and originality.
All right.
And only because it's so staccato. It's so very like they don't blend into each other. They're all singular sort of sandwich effects. But his finish was really cool. So he gets the 0.5 for me. Entertainment value, same thing. I give him an 8.5 because I think the fact that it was so disjointed made me sort of like each thing was like a new thing, but it was also the same thing as before.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't have quite the same punch as like a build-up, but the thing like that thing at the end had this really cool sort of like finish to it. So 8.5 there. Personality. I would say there was less personality than what we saw in the previous routine.
Yeah.
But again, that was one of those things. I can't say that the personality can carry you through everything. So I would also give that an 8.5. So I'm going to go 8.5s across the board.
8.5.
Oh, interesting.
8.5. Very interesting. All right. All right. So I thought for creativity, originality, plot wise, I mean, there was the surprise moment of everything going into the box at the end. However, I think that I would score it more of an 8 for the creativity, originality, and then payment level, because of some of the things that happened where things were off frame and a couple of flash things or things like that usually we don't really account for that. I feel like in this instance it would impact the regardless of who was watching it, not just a magician. I think it would impact their experience. So I'm gonna give it a 7 for the entertainment level, and for personality, I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
All right. Now, Mike, it's up to you.
Mike?
Man, oh man, pressure. I don't know. I think the entertainment for me is the thing that probably stuck out the most. My opinion, at least. So let's just. I'll start in order, I guess. Creativity, originality. I think I'm gonna put that one in at 8, just an 8. Entertainment. I'm gonna put that one at a 9. And personality. I feel like he really tried to show his personality.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a little maybe hard to do in this type of performance.
Yeah.
But I feel like he does have it. Just the way that he was kind of interacting with us before it even started. Won't take that into consideration, but I'm gonna copy a Jeremy real quick, and I'm gonna do it 8.5 for personality.
Ooh, that 8.5 got it. So he got a score of 24.6, which now gives him 0.3 out of Sammy.
That's
all right.
okay.
24.6. He got it.
Oh man.
Oof.
Yeah,
Man,
but
this
I
is a
mean,
tough
gosh,
one.
Sammy he was really great too. He's so young and has so like he's gonna do great things 100%.
There's
So I'm
so much
excited.
exuberance there that
Super
yeah,
young
and that's the thing.
had the most story and narrative, and really tried to put the most performance into this, I think, out of any of the performers that we've seen. Out of
Well, and I think that's sort of like that whole Broadway thing.
Yeah.
That's where I think he gets it, is that like if you've seen that many Broadway shows, I feel like you gotta know
you gotta know
like
performance,
that, like those guys, they like define reality before they defy reality. It's really impressive. So like from that aspect, it was pretty it was very impressive to watch him perform. So
That's
even though he didn't win this round, I still feel like, okay, technique and everything can be polished, but some of that stuff, the guts, you can't teach. You just
He's a natural born performer.
Oh, natural born performer. Did you say that Broadway perform or people with a performance background define reality before they defy reality? That was just very poetic the way you said that. So
oh, thank you. Yeah, no, that's not my line. It's a good line, but they you know, they build up what you should believe, and then, you know, like they sort of like define the walls and everything, and then they sort of like defy everything, like you completely let go of reality and now you're stuck with them. Like when someone dies on stage, they have died, you mourn them.
Yeah. Wow.
That's really well put. So let's go in and talk with them. Hey guys.
Oh.
All right, the last 1v1 of this was neck and neck, guys.
Here it was, and for different reasons. You were neck and neck for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
So Eddie, speaking as a card guy, what you did was very difficult, and in a couple of instances, I don't know that I could have followed in your footsteps. Some of that stuff is really very, very difficult to do. So I applaud you for the guts of going for stuff that is not easy, not by any stretch of the imagination.
Thank you.
So from that aspect, I really appreciated what you were going for. I think the major feedback that I had for you was the fact that each element, though each one was a sandwich effect, they were all sort of disjointed. So it wasn't like one flow of it. And so when you got to the crescendo, it was a really cool ending, but a technically very difficult ending to pull off. So when you win off frame, that's sort of a killer as far as like scoring wise. But it doesn't allow it to build to this really cool ending. So that was really the only thing that I had for you. But technically speaking, you got chops, kid. You got stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That was really good.
With your great personality and your really well thought out routine, you ended up getting a point score of 24.6, which is just a third higher than Sammy's score. So you are progressing to the next round. Sammy, we took some extra time in the judge deliberation room just to talk about how great your performance was and how you're just a natural born performer, and you should be really proud of your performance. Great job, man.
So good. So good. Keep it up and don't ever stop.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much. It was really fun to perform.
Thank you guys, and congratulations to Eddie. All
Congratulations.
right.
Thank you all so much.
I'm gonna move you guys back, but thank you again. All right, and now we've reached the end of the for me the evening, for you guys the afternoon, and after a long few hours of monkey noises, Axe body spray, anus hairs, and ghosts, we have gotten our list of winners. We now have, moving on to round 2, we have W by the slimmest of margins with a score of 24.1, moving on to the next round. Frankie G. Fody moving on to the next round. Casey Federley went up against Jeff Black, and Casey is moving on to the next round, but Jeff still has the highest score of all people that was eliminated, tied with John Pitchen, so he has a very high chance of being able to face off against Gian for a chance at round 2. Stefan slightly beat out Shahir, just based off of Shahir going slightly overtime and us having to go to a final vote because that one was extremely close. Stefan is moving on. We also have Jacques Tar, Dealer's Grip, moving on. And finally, Eddie the Sense Asian, moving on to the finale, to the round 2 rather. So thank you so much everybody for competing, and we really appreciate it. If you guys could that are in chat still on Twitch, if you could give the page a follow, we'd really appreciate it. And if you're a magician and you're interested in meeting other magicians and joining a magic community, if you want to go to 1v1magic.com, which has been on the screen the entire time, you can check that out and join the Discord community and hang out with us. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for being a part of this. We really, really appreciate you taking
Guys, thank you so much. I was really that was the thing, is it was so close so often. I kind of figured it was just going to be obvious, and it super wasn't. Like people really came with heart. So to every
did.
customer,
They
I'm
did.
so proud of you guys. You guys did so well. It was really, really fun. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for holding this.
No,
This
thank
was a
you,
blast.
Yeah, and to your point, one of the things that has been so surprising, considering that we didn't seed this, we just had people choose what time slot worked best. It's incredible to think about how close these matchups were every single time. It was as though they were meant to be paired up against each other. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
thank you again, Jeremy, for being a part of this. Everybody that's in chat, make sure that you go to Instagram and now your new YouTube channel, Lost Angeles.
That's right. Yeah,
Yes,
I
make
gotta,
sure you check
I gotta
out Lost
YouTube.
Angeles on
Yeah, I do
YouTube,
things on
and
YouTube.
yeah, more content to come soon. And give him a follow on Instagram. And yeah, thank you again for being an amazing
Appreciate
guest
it.
judge. Make sure
We'll
you
see
check
everyone
out Mike
again.
Martinez, Mike Martinez Magic on Instagram, Mike Martinez Music on Instagram as well, and his Twitch, which we'll type in the chat. And Giselle just posted all of our links. So thank you guys again, and have a great night. Thank you.